It's in the chat.
Yeah, I already fixed it.
I don't even want to know.
You're so quiet. Oh no, now Jess knows. We are capable of being quiet. Damn it. Shit.
Shut up.
Shit. There goes the planet.
There's no Spaceballs here.
Ass hats.
Ass hat.
Oh no, Jess, that did go through, didn't it?
And behold,
No, I'm not hearing any audio though.
Yeah, when I muted the YouTube, I stopped hearing audio.
Well, that's no bueno.
No, RJ, you don't get extra credit for being false.
Hi, Jimmy.
I guess my tenure has been revoked.
Well, that's not right. That's globe right there.
That was a proper
Oh,
redneck
CGI.
accent there.
I've never seen any. I've never
Thank
seen words floating around in space before. So.
You've never watched Star Wars?
Yeah. Well, technically speaking, they're not floating.
Who's never watched Star Wars? What blasphemy is this?
Alrighty.
Usually I only see those thought balloons that float around in space.
Well, howdy, y'all.
Christian.
Well, howdy, y'all, and welcome back to Movie Night. As you can see, we've had a riling conversation behind the scenes here before we got started, and it seems to be dragging over, but that's all right. Everybody seems to be having fun, so that's what's important. We have a very large panel with us this evening, which is awesome. I'm super excited for it, and I don't want to get right into the intros. So let's start with Jenny Morgan.
Hi, me.
Hi. Hi, me.
Here to cause trouble. What's going on with you guys, huh?
Same
Hi,
old.
Jack.
Still off really bad.
Same old, same old, but we're glad to have you with us tonight, Jenny.
Glad to be here.
We also have with us tonight, Bo. Hello, Bo.
Hello, Bo, and I'm not a hobo, but I am a Bo. Okay, that was kind of convoluted. Hi.
As it usually is.
from you, Bo.
Yeah. And at some point, I guess, if I haven't been able to hide it well enough, well, I have, so... Oh, and I already messed up. Damn it! Yeah, I'm the Dane with the potato in his mouth, usually.
Sounds good.
Desperately trying to hide it, but oh well.
You know, it happens.
It happens.
We're glad you're here with us this evening. We also
You're going to wish you didn't say that.
we also have an RJ with us tonight.
Yes, a hot RJ from the sweltering Spokane.
I was gonna say hot as in like temperature hot or
temperature hot, yeah.
Appearance.
I mean, just a couple days ago, we were hotter than Palm Springs and Las Vegas. What's wrong with this picture?
Oof.
But we're not as hot as Canada. 120 degrees up there at one spot.
Oh my goodness.
What?
Yeah, 120 degrees.
Yeah, he's right. 121. Yep.
Wow.
Yep,
Boy, have we fucked up this planet or what?
Yeah.
indeed. We Seattle.
choose
I was
number
over with my niece and that for the weekend, Father's Day stuff and all that to meet my little great grandniece. And the temperature in Seattle was hotter than Spokane. Also, not the way things are supposed to be.
No, it doesn't sound like
Was
it.
it hotter than it was written or just hotter than it was spoken?
Up and down, black and white, cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria.
Oh, and by the way, Ian Chen told me a bit about a joke about how Celsius died at age 43, but Fahrenheit insisted it was actually 109.
Wow.
But bump.
Anyway, well, we're glad to have you here with us, RJ. Going down our list here, we also have Be No Just Be with us tonight. Hello.
Hello, everybody. How is everybody tonight?
Fantastic.
Good. I'm doing good, and I'm ready to jump into both feet of this craziness and see what you guys are doing over here.
Awesome. I see
Stupid.
it looks like you've recently joined the EIE network. Is that right?
Yeah. I've been going on over on the shills, usually on Friday and Sunday. I will not be there this Sunday. I'm gonna go hang out with someone I recently met. But anyways, so I've been doing Friday and Sundays over there, and it's a lot of fun, and they're great to talk to, and so it's good stuff. Thanks for asking.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. I'm looking forward to those shows with you on there. I didn't get to watch this past Sunday. It's kind of a crummy weekend for me, so I didn't get to watch this past Sunday, but I'm looking forward to it.
Cool. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course. We also have with us this evening Chris Kelling.
Hey, good evening. It's good to have my blood pumping and air breathing and stuff like that.
Those are all good things.
Yeah.
We're glad you're doing well.
I forgot, buy our merch.
Yeah, we don't I don't have any of that up anymore. Even the movie night stuff, I haven't put it back up in a while. It's been down for quite some time at this point, but I'm not sure what the plan is with everything going on, so as of right now we have no merch to buy.
Okay, well, anyway, back to our host.
Yeah, we also have with us this evening, next in line, is Cynese. We have Cynese with us tonight.
Bet nobody expected me to show up.
Well, we're glad to have you.
Always good to have someone to share the stupid.
Yes.
That's one way to put it, I suppose. For once, I actually had some free time other than being at work. I just got home from work, actually, and had nothing else to do, so I figured I might as well see what this is all about.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're glad to have you with us this evening. And let's see.
Appreciate it.
Next on the list, sorry, my list is really tiny. We have Mom NATO, I believe. I didn't get to Mom NATO.
Yeah, I'm here. Hi, guys.
Hello, Mom NATO. How are you doing this evening?
I'm awake when I want to be asleep, but I'm here.
Isn't that how it always works?
Well, yeah, tornado.
Mom,
so it.
Mom, did you sign up? Did you sign that permission slip for my field trip?
No, Jenny, you haven't given it to me.
I want to go.
When's your good?
Oh, do you need me to help you learn how to forge her signature? I'm actually pretty talented at forgery.
But it's the Museum of Sex and Industry.
Oh, well, send it right over and I'll make sure to sign it.
I need to go to the UK to see the Vagina Museum. Will you sign my permission slip, Mom?
Oh, sure, darling, sure.
Okay. Don't forget the Icelandic Penis Museum.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really? That's a thing? You know, the funny thing is, I would ask my own mother to sign my permission slip, but she'd want a chaperone. And my chaperone would come and make horrible remarks about every exhibit.
Oh, well, use Mom NATO. She'll sign anything.
Yeah. my mom.
That could be a bad thing.
Off when it came to being a chaperone. She was usually too busy being a postal carrier, so she'd be at work at 3 a.m. in the morning to deliver mail and home and asleep by 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Sounds like my life at my previous place of employment, although I almost never got to go home at that point. I'm so glad I'm now able to go home.
That's always a plus.
Yeah, I never get to leave work.
My record is 19 straight hours.
Yeah, I never leave work, though. I'm always at work.
Had to readmit a bow.
Yeah, tornado is a full-time job.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we're glad to have you here with us, Mom NATO.
He
And
is sleeping, so it will be a quieter night than normal.
well, we do have a large
Will
panel
it-
anyway.
Will it really be that much quieter? I
Yeah.
got bored and joined in, so y'all are fucked now.
Yep. Well, last but not least, I believe is Orange. Purple rhymes with Orange. How are you doing this evening?
Okay. Dragging a bit here, but I'll be with you.
Hi,
What-
Perp.
What kind of dragon?
A Hungarian horntail.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
No, actually, one of the names I'm considering is Draco, which are fairy dragons. They're only about 2 to 3 inches long.
Interesting.
That actually sounds
Don't go with the
reasonable.
vermithrax pejorative. It doesn't make a good house pet.
Oh my goodness. Ah,
Is that
oh
from
boy.
experience?
Very good house pets either. So
Remember, when you're going to try to name someone, you should go out the back door and yell it out as well as you can in the neighborhood and see how it sounds. That's how you pick.
yikes.
Thankfully, I have a locked gate to keep my dog in, so I don't have to go yelling for him.
Never thought of it that way, Jenny. All right. Well, shall we bring up our wheel and see what we have on the wheel for the evening?
Ooh.
Oh,
Yes.
sure.
I hope there's some stupid.
Oh, there's never a shortage of stupid, RJ.
Oh, we can actually read the full wheel today. Wow.
There you go.
I work in hospitality. There's special worlds of stupid, not just.
That's very
Fact.
true.
Those all look particularly juicy.
Yeah, we don't have any, no chakras or any of that stuff tonight. No crystals or chakras, but we do have 5 videos on the wheel tonight. We have Equinox, we have Stars, we have Second Sun, we have Rockets, and we have the Full Moon. Not the full moon, it wasn't a mistype. It was the Full Moon.
Full moon.
Not to be
Is the
confused with
second
the
sun-
foil moon.
Do we
Is
even
the second
want to
sun
know?
one about birth order and stuff like that?
It's sun as in SUN, not SON.
So
I
fun.
blew it again.
Well, our videos for the evening are Flat Earth Equinox. I equatorially mounted myself, and that's by Flat Out. That one is it's a parody video. It's Flat Out
Wait a
making
minute, I love the title.
He
Me
mounted
too.
himself. Oh, wow.
So-
Maybe it
Oh,
would be
yeah.
a good idea here to say that flat out.
Yes.
He's
is
very, very
not-
limber.
It is a parody
is
channel.
not a flat
Uh-huh.
earther. He's just one that makes fun of.
Correct.
Yeah, I
Correct.
believe I saw that
doesn't
one when
hide
he
it.
first posted it like a year and a half ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one is
And I
a make fun of the Flurfs kind of a video.
Oh yeah, in his green spandex suit, running around with a I don't know, HVAC hose tied to his
Right.
butt or something.
Yes, his tail.
Oh, my God.
It was
With-
hilarious.
We also have Flat Earth, Full Moon, Heliocentric Magic from my perspective. We have, not from my perspective, the channel name is my perspective.
But we get that.
I was like, wait, let me clarify. We also have Rockets Go Nowhere, Part
crap.
2. Sun Path and Jet Trails Prove It from P-Brain.
Oh.
The
Is that
accurately
that-
named.
Ooh.
Catch me up. Is P-Brain his actual handle, or is that just a name that we gave him?
Nope,
That's-
that's his
channel name.
username, yep.
And it has no sense of
And
irony.
he
I-
proudly
Fitting.
displays that too.
It's spelt P space BRANE. So,
Do we
yep.
even know
No,
why he calls himself that? Or?
That's a little,
That would be sort of cosmological because brain spelled that way relates to like membranes and things in relation to string theory and so forth. Yeah.
I mean, aren't you
Or-
just going
or a
right to
character-
low hanging fruit with that one?
Yeah.
Don't we always?
Or a character in the MCU.
If,
why I like
the
you
fruit
guys.
ain't hanging low enough, we're going to chop the tree low.
Well, we also have on the wheel The Coming of the Second Sun, and that one is from our favorite, Gina Marie Colvin Hill.
Oh.
She is amusing
She's
to watch
a,
at times.
She's a piece of work.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, we have Why We Only See Stars at Night, Dispelling Gravity, and that's from Lord Stephen Christ's Concave Earth.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Flash of the brain.
Christopher, yeah, the nut job.
Yeah.
Although we
Aren't
do
they
see
all
stars
nut jobs?
in the day, but hey.
More so than others, some. So with that, those are our 5 lovely videos for this evening. Anybody want to do the incantation for spinning the wheel since Tornado's not here?
Those are our 5 lovely ones. Can we take a look at the ugly ones instead?
No, those are just chakras, and I think they've been outlawed.
Wheel of misfortune, turn, turn, turn. Show us the stupid we must burn. Spin it.
Do, 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 do.
Wheel of familiar.
Do we have rockets?
Rockets. It is clearly rockets. This time it's not on the line like sometimes. So let me.
What does this wheel have against flat out?
It skipped him for like 8 weeks now, I would say, at least.
It's been on there quite a while.
All right. Well, give me 1 second here.
You know, we are humans in charge of this whole thing. We could just choose to do flat out sometime. You know, we could just.
So you
Wait.
do flat-
Are you
can
making
add
an argument that we
craziness.
have free will?
Yeah, kind of.
Talking crazy again,
shame on
Jenny.
While I bring up the video, you can talk
I would
amongst
say that's a
yourselves.
spanking for
Great
you.
song.
I wanted to
You'd
do a
enjoy that too
song
much.
if it was the second son one. When the second son is in the house, it will burn all the drapes.
Oh dear.
Oh my.
It's
Well,
not a
not
good
to
thing
mention
if you
melt
have
the
polyester drapes. That would-
Okay,
The floor
RJ,
tiles.
RJ broke.
Well, for being on this panel for years, no wonder he's broken.
RJ hot.
I mean, really, give the guy a break already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I got VLC up. but
RJ,
the size
shutting
is
down
wrong.
CPU to protect
The environment.
protect thermal damage.
There we go.
Shutting down the PC to save the thermal thermodynamics of your
Thermonuclear
house.
disk. No.
Well, I gotta hand it to him. He found not a word for his username, so that's pretty good.
Wasn't this guy one of the bad guys on Spider-Man?
Sorry, Cernian, we don't have Claudia tonight. We still don't have any new videos coming from Claudia. She's disappeared for, I would say, almost a year now.
That is a sign that civilization has a chance.
Well, not really, because Scott Cohn just took over
Does
again.
not have a chance. what kind of optimism alternate world do you live in? Society stands no chance. Civilization stands no chance.
That's true.
Granted, maybe that's just me being a misanthropic bitch, but
Yeah, either way, I think it's pretty accurate. Let's see.
like we all know, I work in hospitality. I have no faith in humanity.
Definitely.
You know, I want to
enter.
interject here because my fault. It is a real word. It means an extended object with any given number of dimensions, of which strings in string theory are example with one dimension. Our universe is a 3-brain.
I see a cat.
But is
Yes,
it related
that-
in
This
any
is a
way?
guy
to
But
who
it's
Yeti?
thinks he
actually pronounced
understands
brawn.
advanced physics, deciding to use that as a logo to purvey something that is absolute claptrap.
Yes.
Yes, I have a cat and a dog.
I would bring out the turtle, but he bites.
Well, I gotta let the dog.
I mean, unless my boyfriend feels like getting his fingers bitten off. Okay, never mind.
That was a quick no.
He's sitting next to me playing Borderlands. So yeah, you might get some occasional color commentary from the
The
peanut
cat
gallery.
is stalking.
Wait a minute. Are we doing Game of Fools or movie night? Turtles are
You know, who knows?
Game of Fools.
Yeah, we do miss Shadow, by the way. Haven't seen her around in a while, but we do miss her. And I think
Hopefully we'll have a game tomorrow night.
we do have Sparrow in the live chat, I believe.
Yes.
So, hi, Sparrow. He was on our show, on our panel too, as well at one point, and he wasn't yet. So he's not recently. So you're always welcome, Sparrow. But anyway, let us move on. And
There's
we've
the puppy in the background.
Oh my god, it's a big puppy.
Oh, yes.
I love big puppies. I miss
Puppy?
my big puppy.
Shadow, come here.
Pretty sure that's a full-size dog.
All
It's close
dogs
enough.
are puppies.
Yeah, he's
All
a German
dogs are
Shepherd Labrador.
Fact. Can't argue.
Oh my god, I love big dogs. I used to have a Great Dane. He was my best friend. I miss him.
Aw.
Oh, Great Danes are literally great. My aunt had 2 of those Siamese, and when I was really little, I'd ride them around the house. They were the coolest thing. They were like little mini horses.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, they're kind of big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my uncle used to love my Great Dane. He my whole family called him the horse dog, the pony. One time he was barking, and next door neighbor calls my mom and says, "Hey, Jeanette, your horse is barking." So
Oh, jeez.
And now for the horse's
I
ass,
wonder-
the pea brain video.
I wonder if if it's barking, that would be a very, very horse, wouldn't it?
Oh my goodness.
I'm
Bo.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, should we move on and
I'm falling behind a lot here.
Yeah,
I need
our
to-
attempts to delay feebly have failed.
Yeah, how long is this video?
too long. Anything longer than a minute is too long.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, no.
30 seconds.
All right.
That's
All right.
stupid.
Go
that
on.
we-
All right. Here we
My
go.
notes,
Let's
I want some science.
let's start up our video
Wrong
here.
channel.
Yeah.
Show.
Hey everybody.
Now
Pete
remember,
here, and
people, raise your
welcome to
hand.
Part 2 of my little 1 and 2
Part 2? What
series
happened
here
to part
on
1?
how the path of the sun
Fact that
proves
there's
a couple
news
things.
scares me.
But before we get started,
got no
I want to
volume.
tell you that
Yes.
Teespring is offering free shipping for
That-
U.S.
that's a
shoppers
good thing.
only this week.
Yeah.
You have no volume?
No volume on the video.
Well, that's problematic.
Oh, fuck.
He's
Yeah.
got a T-shirt
Salvages our brain cells.
and a room decorated in early Barbie.
Yeah.
No, that's not Barbie. That's My Little Pony.
Yeah, Barbie would
or
be
HR Puffin stuff. It could have been that too.
And as long as it's not anime.
I bet
Unless,
you
of
it
course,
is.
Oh,
there
yeah,
was no.
yeah, I can.
And that looks like Mom NATO's head's on top of the guy. I think that's
Yeah,
hilarious.
I like anime.
Smush, 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 smush.
But it's only for 1 month of the year.
Don't say that out loud. You might get my pea brain started.
Smushed.
Weekend
Smush,
until
smush,
midnight
smush.
Eastern
Let me see
time
if the live
on
chat is
Sunday.
getting audio.
So after the video, go check out my
Shipping
store.
on pea brain.
Here I am wearing my Perspective
Scary.
tee.
Ew,
This is a
fuck.
large
Yeah.
premium
No.
tee.
No,
The color is
thanks.
called
No,
Heavy
it's
Metal.
just-
Oh, I
Super
think he
cool
may
shirt.
be referring only to the T-shirts.
Not even if I got money.
Oh, I know why. I know why.
He
I
is
know why.
clearly sucking his gut in. That's ridiculous.
Boy, dude's in good shape, eh?
Bleed out.
Ah, okay. I think I fixed it. Sorry about that. That
You can
was.
tell by the way he's
he doesn't have-
standing. He's sucking
He
it
doesn't
in.
have. He doesn't have just flesh. He's got a mono.
Can you guys
Hey
hear it
everybody,
now?
P-Brain here, and welcome to part 2 of my little 1 and 2 part series here
Wow.
on how
Is this
the
like a
path of the sun
burning
proves
pile?
a couple things.
Oh, man.
But before we get started, I want to tell you that Teespring is offering free shipping for U.S. shoppers only this weekend until midnight Eastern time on Sunday. So after the
Okay,
video,
can
go
we
check
skip
out my
the
store.
commercial?
Here I am wearing my,
Buy my shit.
it's one of my
Buy my
code
shit, man.
ship sun moving over the earth proves a flat earth.
And by the way, oh,
huh.
sorry. I forgot to do something there.
I'm glad they pointed that out. I'm sure no scientist has ever
Right?
noticed that
Because
the
in both
sun
models,
and
flat
its
earth
pattern.
and the heliocentric ball
we
earth
still
model.
drink in these affairs because I can't drink.
We still yell drink, and then if you aren't drinking an alcoholic type beverage, you can drink whatever you'd like, or none at all.
Damn, man, I can't even, this is bullshit. This damn blood sugar thing is.
I can only imagine. We do have Bo with the hand up.
I do? I can't see my hand for some weird reason.
Oh, yeah, you did have your hand up, but now it's gone.
Weird. Where's my hand? Damn it. Oh,
We don't want to know where your hands are, Bo.
Oh, that's how you do it. Okay,
and-
I'm not actually raising my hand. I'm just teaching myself how this works. I don't use it.
No worries. Yeah, we do have a very large panel, so if we could kind of use the raise hand feature as much as possible, that would be great. But if not, it's, it is what it is. It's movie night.
Okay.
We have RJ with the hand up. Is he just messing with me?
No, I would like to say that this is a false map of the Earth, even though I know it's actually a taco shape. Dapper Dino, in his debate with a flat earther, ably defended the southern pole center of the Earth instead of that heretical northern pole star approach that these wusses do with that ice wall and all of that. And the flat earthers seem to have a problem realizing that he'd just been punked.
I mean, it looks like a pretty accurate model of the Earth. I mean,
Yeah.
how could that be wrong?
Little itty bitty sun and a really big ice wall.
Yeah.
And somehow or other, this means that the North Pole and segments of Antarctica are bright daylight, and every place else is kind of dark. And my gosh, is South America smaller than Greenland?
It's completely accurate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I like how the sun in his little diagram just kind of stops and doesn't like fade out
Yeah.
like it would if that was flat.
Well, remember, God keeps putting fresh AA batteries in, so it works.
Oh,
Oh, well,
good.
thank goodness for that. They must be
Yeah.
super duper lithium.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
We also have Bo with the hand up. Oops, sorry, Chris. Give me one sec.
Oh, I forgot about the raise a hand. Sorry.
No, it's okay. What? You over there, Bo?
Yeah, I was just waiting for you. Go ahead.
Yep,
Twitch
you're good.
This time. All right, cool. Okay. In the beginning of this horrible video here, after his "buy my merch" crap, he produced this stupid line following the sun kind of thing there. Yeah, kind of odd. He does that when he supposedly should have made that little animation thing where the line follows the sun and nothing else moves. You know, the line is static in the image, but it isn't. It kind of changes a little bit. I wonder if he did that to be dishonest.
A Flurf being
Also,
dishonest?
I can't remember. Yeah,
I'm
I can't
shocked.
remember
Shocked
if
to hear
it was
that.
the originator of that video clip. It's a longer one. Maybe he shows it to us later here. But I do remember that video where he does it again, but this time he literally rotates that line as if it was on a hinge from the starting point. Yeah. He doesn't even hide lying.
You mean one of his
that kind of
graphics
people.
is inconsistent with another of his graphics? Or is that what you're trying to tell me?
You know, there's different types of flurfers, right? Those who are deliberately dishonest and do not care if other people can see it. Then you've got people like journalism that are definitely. Yeah, is definitely not a flat earther, but he does pretend to, and he does it for the money. He has admitted to not being a flat earther on video, or audio at least. And he at least tries to keep it secret that he isn't a flat earther. Except for that one time where he actually, told the truth.
All right, folks, get to the point, eh?
Yeah, this guy's dishonest. That's what I'm trying to get at. But as if that was
Jenny, you had your hand up.
Yeah, I was just. Oops, no, hold on, push the wrong button here. Look at that picture. You know, you've got the flat Earth there with a white spot, and you got that little dot of whatever it is, and then you got the two dots with it. It looks like a face, doesn't it?
Oh.
Iridolia.
Little tiny nose.
Well, that's all.
Also, no moon.
Problem is, Jenny, you're putting in too much science knowledge at that point.
Don't be doing that. We can't have science.
That's going to just
RJ's
spoil it
usually
all.
at fault for that, but
I know. I just can't help myself.
Come on, let's not get factual around here.
No.
well,
I don't think there's any chance of that in this video.
Stupid, you must become one with the stupid.
unfortunately.
That's usually my downfall.
Let's see where he's moving his little
Touche.
mini star light bulb.
Well, we also have Chris Kelling with the hand up.
Yeah, I've always wondered how does the sun move? What's up there moving the sun? And
And what's keeping it up there, too?
exactly. And then the other thing I've always wondered is, do they really have no clue on how light works
Hey,
No.
Chris, could you ask that part again?
Do they have no clue on how
No,
light actually works?
they don't.
What?
No, you said it too
Well,
quickly.
now, just a moment. I have seen them do that down in their basement. When mom's not home, and they have a flashlight, and they hold the flashlight above a flat Earth picture,
Yeah.
and sure enough, it makes this circle on it. So to the
Yeah.
Earth.
But you can still see the circle in other parts of the world.
Well, sorry, their experiment proves that incorrect.
Yeah. See, that's why Newton got it so wrong, because in his day he didn't have flashlights.
Yeah.
Well, that's something to think about. We also have Mom NATO with the hand up.
Okay, according to their models of the sun, the sun should be moving this way, flat. If the world is flat, there should be no arc. The sun should not rise, it should not set. Therefore, his line is actually off, because his line should be traveling like this with his sun, if the variations in the level of the sun, because the sun wouldn't be rising and setting.
Another thing to think about. Well, we also have, last but not least, nope, nobody else has hands up. Jenny, your hand's still up.
I tried to put it down once. I thought I did. Try again.
It gets
That
stuck.
has been your undoing for many years, Jenny.
Yes.
It's arthritis in the elbow. It gets stuck up.
Got that hand up, and you just can't let it come back down.
Oh, I've got my hand
When
stuck
she
in some
finally
very
does, it's
difficult
goodness.
places.
I'm sure you have.
It's
to
yellow.
the extraordinary pleasure of all involved.
Indeed.
Boy. Anyway, shall we move on?
The chat keeps saying something about buffering.
Yeah, every once in a
Yeah.
while I get that issue. I futzed
You've
around
got
with
AT&T,
OB.
don't you?
No, I futzed around with OBS, and I as Bo has already berated me for, I don't have presets saved, so
But at least you have a hot mic. It's clipping a little bit, so that's cool.
Am I cool? Awesome. Just what I was going for. All right, let's see. I'll turn this down real quick, and that should fix it now.
Unless P. Barnes is, or P. Brain is
Barnes?
claiming copyright on it.
No, I doubt it. Just curious what I was actually streaming, and it's only 1080, so we're good. Alrighty. Well, let us continue then, shall we?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Hooray.
The sun remains parallel to the ground. And I showed if it were on the ball Earth model, it would be parallel to the ground, but we would see it arcing, right? Going over the curvature. And especially when I show time lapse like this is a good 2 hours of time lapse.
Well, what the hell is that?
Yes, Bo.
That is curvature.
That's not going flat. This guy's ridiculous.
We would see it curving, like the short animation he did there. No, it would not. Now, if we looked at it from afar, yeah, perhaps you could say that. But no, that's not how we see it. We cannot see the sun moving in a curve. We can't literally see it. It's what's happening from our point of reference, of course. But you lying sack of dude.
Why would anybody be looking at the phone directly anyway? That doesn't sound very smart.
It looks like
Exactly.
he's playing Missile Command.
That's true. Go
I
ahead.
think that this part may be the one I was talking about earlier, where he wrote. Let's see.
Well, let's see what else you've got to say here.
That means the sun is moving a couple thousand miles, and yet we see a dead straight path, and that's completely consistent and indicative of a flat Earth, not a ball Earth. Okay, so that I showed in the last video.
Idiot.
Drink.
Pretty conclusive.
Yes, Mom NATO.
Again, if it was a flat Earth, there would be no angle to the sun. It would just travel across the globe, or across the map, across the flat plains.
Well,
Yeah.
if the Earth was flat, wouldn't the sun basically be up all the time? Wouldn't we not
Yes.
really have such a thing as? Okay, that's what I thought. So
This is
Of
what
course,
they
they
can't
have a-
explain. They can't
They have an
explain.
excuse for it, of course, but
Right.
Well,
they
they.
can't.
I think their thought process is it's moving away. It's not moving down. It's going away. So that's why
Okay.
it looks slower.
And so therefore it should get smaller.
Yeah.
and
Right, the
funny enough,
problem I
they don't
have with
even
that-
use and they don't
This
even
is
use the
far
excuse
away.
of ocular resolution or angular resolution. That's not. They don't even use that for for an
Right.
excuse for some
He's
reason.
already killed his argument by saying if it was a globe Earth, we would see the sun setting
Mm-hmm.
by sinking below the horizon.
but
So-
we do.
I mean, it's you should clearly see it in his demonstration. So they lie to themselves. They lie to the people, and they make up this bullshit theory that the Earth is flat, and then try to explain the curvature of the Earth, making it look like the sun sinks when it's actually the Earth spinning and rotating. So yeah, they're fucked in the head.
Well, we also have Bo with the hand up.
Yeah. I just wanted to get this out of the way. I can't remember in this video if he also talks about the size of the sun apparently changing. I can't remember, but let's just keep that in mind and berate this jackass for actively trying to destroy his camera sensor and not use a solar filter. Just
Yeah.
And of course, using a solar filter would destroy that stupid idea of the sun, changing in size or apparent size, that kind of thing. But let's see if he does that. I can't remember.
Well,
what
we-
is size? Like 5.4 degrees, something like that.
Something.
We have last we have Purple with a hand up.
Well, just with how he was showing the sun moving there, of it being the flat disk and the sun traveling in an even circle above the flat disk. It looks like from that it's going to be, daylight on the North Pole at all times, and an observer from the North Pole, the size and angle of the sun should never change. They should just be following it around in a different direction.
So I have a question here. So if we're looking at a flat plane for the Earth itself, let's say it's just like he's saying, it's like a dinner plate, and the sun goes across the top of it. So what does it do then? Like make a sharp turn and go underneath and come back around?
They haven't explained that
Don't
yet.
mention that part.
Yeah, they don't get that far.
Okay.
The best
Okay.
reason I've heard.
Or does it? I'm
so-
sorry. Is it on a pendulum and it just swings back and forth over top of us?
Oh no,
I
that
think-
gets very close to Foucault's pendulum. Shh.
You're wrecking their whole premise.
I'm
I
sorry.
think what happens is they flip a switch and the light goes out, and we don't see the sun drift back across until they turn the light switch back on.
The
So
great
it is a
serpent
pendulum.
swallows
Yes.
it. The great serpent swallows it, and you don't see the sun again until he shits it out the other end 12 hours.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my
Well,
god!
we have in the live
I'm not
chat.
hanging out with that guy.
We have in the live chat. Sparrow says, "Wait a minute. This is clearly a fake sun. Look at the shapes. The one over the water is shaped like a six-pointed star. The one in the reflection is carrot shape. Busted." Yes, thank you, Sparrow.
And the one on the top is smoking a green spliff.
Yeah. And we also had Bionic Dance in the live chat who says, "Do flat earthers think the sun will come out tomorrow?" I don't think so. I think they think it's always out, just further away from them.
No, that's not true. The sun will come out tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
Bet your
just-
bottom dollar that
Oh my
tomorrow
goodness.
there'll be sun.
At least I don't have to worry about
Oh,
copyright strike. Nobody will
Oh,
claim
yeah,
that was singing.
Yeah, no shit, right? That was horrible.
Thanks a
Shut up
lot.
now.
Anyway.
Well, thankfully, it's artistic license with arrangements and.
Yes, yes, of course.
Good luck, YouTube algorithm. Good luck trying to recognize that crap we just pulled off.
All right. Well, shall we watch a little bit more of our video?
Sure.
Don't sound so excited.
Oh my gosh! If we must.
But now, the part 2 that I promised is pretty cool too. Here we go. Not
No,
only
it's
does
not.
it prove
Yeah,
the
can't
shape of
wait.
the Earth in this regard, it also proves that
Is he burning
these
toast?
rocket launches are going nowhere. They're going down. Okay, they go
Oh
up
my
and they go
Going
down.
somewhere?
How do I know that? Well, look at the path. See the path going down? You say, well, the pea brain. Perspective causes things to go and converge like these perspective lines or these wooden planks, right? Perspective causes everything to angle to your eye level. You know, all parallel lines and planes going away from you will converge to a point in the distance where the ground meets the sky.
Yes, Jenny.
How come all that stuff about lines and sizes and shapes and movement and stuff is true for the sun going around in a circle, but not for anything else? What? Huh? Wouldn't it be the same for whatever the hell
We're
you're
not
trying to
supposed
talk about?
question that part.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you weren't supposed to question that. How dare you? Bo?
The audacity. Yeah. This is where we get into the argument of perspective, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Not perspective, but flirspective.
Yeah,
I
unfortunately.
can't wait. Yay.
And Mom NATO, you had your hand up?
Yeah, again, this is just like the rotation of the sun and the fact that the sun rises and sets by our perspective as the globe moves. It's not a matter of perspective alone. It's the fact that the rocket gets out of the atmosphere and follows the curve of the Earth. Therefore, it looks like it's falling when it's not actually falling, because you are an idiot, Mr. Pea Brain. There's a reason why you have the name Pea Brain, because your brain is no bigger than a pea and should be squished on a fork.
You gotta give him credit for self-awareness, though.
Well, this is
With that choice of name, give a little bit of credit where credit's due.
That's true.
So you're thinking peas as in vegetable, and I was thinking pea as in liquid.
Like taking a
I
Lily.
would think either would be. I think either would be appropriate, but
Jenny, if it was liquid pea, then there'd be more volume. There'd be more ability to learn.
Sustenance, if you will.
That's true.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's see. I think we've got all our hands covered. Let us continue on then, shall we?
No.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Appears to. So what these rocket launches show that yes, it's going down, and you could attribute that to perspective, but it's curving down. Now, in both the flat Earth and the ball Earth model, the sun, as I said, is parallel to the ground. But what we
Yes, Bo.
Ball Earth.
Let's just keep the. Oh man, let's just keep this to the simplest. Who cares? It doesn't matter how simple you get it. We put it out. My brain, damn it. It doesn't matter how simple in terms we try to explain this crap. They just don't get it. The further away something is, the more difficult it is to judge distances and, direction of travel. Especially when it's not, that travel is not, at 90 degrees of our line of sight. Yet, jackass. I mean, man, he really is that stupid, isn't he?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
You summed it up.
My brain.
Let's see. All right. Well, I think that's all of our hands again. So shall we continue on?
I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
You guys see more green lines?
that one's yellow, though.
Wow.
Well, maybe we'll get a
Out of the
green
yellow
and
brick
yellow
road,
line.
Out of the yellow brick road.
visually
Well,
see,
that's the
and
stream
what is
of P.
hijacked by the ball earthers is like this. You see this straight line that the sun
we've
setting
seen that a lot.
down toward the ground, and it's going in a straight line. Well, they hijack that and say, well, that's what we see on a ball earth. They have to say that. They have to hijack that.
Because
but that's
it's
clearly
true.
what we see on a flat earth. It's kind of like what they do with motion, too. The fact that they say we're spinning and we're orbiting and we're flying through the cosmos at 1 billion
we
miles
are.
per hour, whatever nonsense it is. they have to say, yeah, but this dead, still Earth, this rock solid Earth that none of us have ever felt, and I'm not talking about movements in the ground like earthquakes and stuff. I'm saying as a general whole, the Earth as a whole, the world has never moved. It doesn't move. It's rock solid. Yet they hijack and they co-opt that and they say, well, that's exactly what we expect to feel.
Wait.
We feel no movement. We expect to see.
So right back to what I was saying before.
Yes.
How does the sun go across it if we are not moving? Everything is holding still. We're not rotating. We're not moving through. We're rock solid. We have never moved.
Well, that's just idiotic geocentric model.
It just doesn't even make any sense.
They think the sun moves, not the Earth.
Yeah, but even with that, how is the sun moving? Is it moving back and forth? Because that's what he's showing.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Not showing it in a loop going over top.
And let's not forget that if the sun was always in the same distance, always in the same area, we would have no seasons.
No, we would have one big climate everywhere.
Right. Exactly.
Except for anybody closer to water and further away. That would be the only change.
Right. They can't explain climate drift. They can't explain any of this based on their model, but they still go, well, you're wrong, I'm right. The globe is flat.
We would have no North and South Pole. It would be water.
Mm-hmm. So the real question is, are flat earthers generally also climate deniers?
Yes. Well, Bo, you had your hand up, I believe.
Yeah. And of course, in a stark contrast to what I claimed earlier, that about what they have for an excuse for how it moves, why it moves, all that crap about the sun.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of those rare things where they, as far as I can remember, have said that we don't know. How the sun stays. What is it, about 6,000 kilometers or something? No, miles. Sorry, above the Earth, and how what forces acts on the sun so that it constantly changes its direction, because there's no gravity, so it can't just be falling in a circular motion, because they have said we don't know. Mm-hmm. So at least we can give them that. It doesn't help much, but I don't recall anyone trying to explain away with their flurception nonsense crap.
Right.
How the sun can actually move in a circular motion without having gravity.
He's got a picture of a mountain, Bo.
That makes all the difference.
I mean, if you're going to ask him to do detailed calculations in ephemeris relating to the motions of all the planets and the stars, and carefully working out parallaxes and observations that can be applied anywhere on the planet, and him showing a picture of a mountain, I mean, which option would you take, huh?
None of the above.
I'd go to Disney World.
Yeah, there we go.
That's the right option.
Right, Space Mountain.
Oh my goodness.
Space Mountain? You know what? Y'all are going to give me some flack for saying this, but I went to Disney World once in my life for my nephew's 3rd birthday. Space Mountain's kind of overrated.
Well, it only goes 35 miles an hour. I can understand that. But it's in the dark.
Oh, the whole damn place, Disney World, is overrated. Just got a bunch of furries.
Oh my
It's
God,
a whole lot of fake smiles and so on. Oh yeah, I mean
Disney is overrated and an evil corporation. But I mean,
and that's just
I also have a 3-year-old kid, and I would like to take her to meet some of her favorite princesses someday. Probably not going to happen in this economy, but I can dream. So
yeah, it's a
I live.
tough.
But do
I
you
live
realize
3 hours away, and I haven't been there in the 3 years I've lived here.
that
Good
both
for you,
Disney World
honestly.
and the Ark Encounter agree that the Earth is a globe? Yeah.
Yeah, I lived about 10 minutes away from a Six Flags Great Adventure for about 8 years and never went.
Oh my God.
It's like the sooner
Well,
you
you've
get
been to one, you've been to them all.
But I went for the safari. But the times I went with my mom when I was already an adult, we literally only went because my mom wanted to see the safari.
Yeah, it seems like the closer you move to places like that, the little less you tend to go. Except for
As
the
soon
beach.
as I have $20 billion, I'll build my Nat Park amusement park.
Well, shall we continue on? I know we've delayed so well.
Yeah, we need more science.
Oh yeah, here.
I want that science.
Yeah, let's let him get into the science.
Let's
You
do
know,
it.
curvature. Just like Neil deGrasse said, that thing is flat. Doesn't matter how high you get. So this is how they've gaslighted us in humanity. And don't get me started on the global warming. That's another gaslighting that they're
we
doing.
don't want to get you
and it's
started
always
on
follow
anything,
the money,
Bucky.
right? So anyway, back to this. So the rocket launches are following a downward track, true, but they are curving downward. And you might say, oh, they're following the curvature of the Earth. Then why isn't the sun? We see the sun here. The sun is moving thousands of miles in either the flat Earth or the ball Earth model, right? Yet no curvature.
Of miles.
Actually, at the end, you see just before, watch this, just before it goes over the horizon, you see it lift off the line a little bit. That's completely opposite. That means, and what I think is going on there is that it's starting to make its turn to the right. That these would be videos from inside the circle of the.
Yes, Mom NATO.
He thinks the sun makes a right-hand turn.
Maybe it's a handbrake turn.
That's everybody knows that the sun's part of NASCAR. It only makes left turns.
But that's the whole thing, like what I was saying earlier. If the sun always went around like this, there would the North Pole would always be lit, and it's
also,
not.
And also the sun's angle, from the ground. Can't remember what it's called right now for some reason.
Apogee?
Yeah, there you go. Apogee would not change at all.
Right.
During a 24-hour period.
Right. It would always remain.
Does for some funny reason.
Oh boy.
I wonder why that is.
Oh, I don't know, Bo. I'm not sure why.
Oh yeah, they're full of shit.
All right, let us continue on then. See what else he's got to say. I'm sure it's going to be super scientific.
We got green lines now. We got yellow lines. We got green lines. I want some more color.
Circuiting sun, right? That has a circuiting path, a circular path. So maybe at that point in its path, it's getting a little closer, and then it rises a little bit because that's how perspective works. When something is closer to you, it'll appear higher in the sky. That same height further away looks lower in the sky. That's how perspective works.
Not even his
So
film
anyway,
footage.
here's a rocket launch. It's very sped up, and you can see I put little circles around the rocket to show it's a downward curving path. That means it's going down. Because the sun is a straight path. And not just the sun, let's look at these jet trails. Contrails / chemtrails / vapor trail, whatever you want to call them. They go straight. And most of these planes, when you see them, they're high altitude planes, and they leave a straight
They're not straight.
trail.
Because they're not leaving the
So why are these rockets curving
atmosphere.
downward?
Yeah,
And
and
these
it's not as
contrails,
if
they're
there
cruising
are,
altitude. So they're kind of cruising
lanes.
along parallel to the ground. So again, this is a huge bust. These rockets are
Huge
going nowhere
bust.
except maybe into
Take
the ocean.
that,
That's about it.
500 years of
Or
science.
wherever else they can fly them to. But that's why they go out over the ocean.
Take that,
And
Dolly
remember, the
Parton.
sun is traversing parallel to the ground. And
So
yet, with perspective
Drink.
convergence,
Yes, Jenny?
So I'm guessing that if this guy ever saw that video, I forget where it was taken. I thought it was taken from Mir or the space station or the shuttle. I don't know, one of them cool things of a rocket that was launching and actually coming up through the ionosphere and actually into past the Kármán line and into space from all the way from the ground, and it's still going straight up. And apparently this guy would not believe that if he saw it.
That's all CGI.
Yeah.
It's all just fake.
Yeah, that's usually the
Yeah.
excuse.
Yeah.
Mhm.
See how easy it is? I can say that.
Yeah.
I
You said it
think
so
those
good,
Rocky
too.
Mountains are like fake too. I don't think they actually exist. They're all paper mache. See, I
Oh
said it.
my
It must
goodness.
be so.
They're just
think-
helium balloons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Himalayas
And
aren't
helium
real either.
balloons, don't get me started on that. Those are actually stealth cucumbers.
Oh, let's
dear.
not forget Mount Everest.
Yeah, we don't want to forget that.
Yeah. Which actually, if you accommodate the perspective, is actually only 8 inches tall.
Right.
See how easy it is? We can do this too. And we didn't even have to use little green lines to make our bullshit.
You'd make a good flirt, RJ.
You know,
if
all
I
you'd
had
have-
no integrity and even
Yes.
less brains, I might be able to pull that off.
Exactly.
Yeah, RJ, all you'd have to do is feed the bull grass and it'll shit.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry for having too much integrity to be a flat earther. I apologize.
I know, right? How dare you?
It would be more lucrative.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's true. Well, shall we watch some more of his lovely video? I'm sure he's going to get to a point here soon.
Yeah, but how much more do we have left of it so I can anticipate when the science is going to come in?
Oh, only about 2 minutes.
You
Ooh,
keep
he
saying
could
that,
slip in a
RJ.
lot of science there compared to what he's done so far.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Uh-huh.
room for science. I don't know that we're
Because,
going to get
like,
any. but-
anything would be like if he said that 1 + 1 = 2, he would be now at a higher level.
Let's not get started on equilateral trying. Never mind.
Oh,
this
dear.
is not Anthony.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
And obtuse
We don't want to
hypotenuse.
make him get out his ankle calculator. Here we go.
It causes this
Okay.
downward slant, but it's a straight line, right? In either model, it's parallel to the ground.
Straight.
The reality of what we see,
Yes, Mom NATO, that didn't last long.
The sun doesn't go that way though. It goes right, only makes right turns, not left turns.
Now, don't debunk his claims. That's rude.
But it's their so-called model.
But hold on, which side of the sun are you on? Remember, it goes straight across.
Right, but it always
So
turns to
in
the
the
right.
northern atmosphere it goes right. and
How come-
southern
how-
hemisphere it
Oh,
goes
hey,
left.
wait a minute.
How come
Hey.
his sun is going from right to left on this image, but it was going left to right on the other?
Exactly.
Is it possible that one was filmed in the southern hemisphere and another one was filmed in the northern hemisphere?
No.
That's what I was
Or
saying.
he's just an idiot and flipped the.
Well,
flipped the
that's
video
also a
around.
possibility.
Ding, ding,
yeah.
ding, 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 ding.
I think it's the other option, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Stupid and rewound his own video to try and validate his own false claims. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, in
Uh,
other words, he makes shit up.
We did have RJ with the hand up.
Yeah, you see, you may have noticed that he has isolated examples of sun moving on a particular day in a straight line, but perform a thought experiment, you would realize that the sun's line would be changing constantly from day to day because of the angle of the earth and it's shifting around the sun and all that sort of stuff, that season things. I like remember that big ball of fire in sky is higher up in the sky during summertime and it's lower in wintertime and the opposite in the southern hemisphere. How exactly does his model account for that?
It doesn't.
Well,
What model?
You're disappointing me.
It
Sorry,
changes its
RJ.
path from a small circle in the summer to a wider circle in winter, and then it changes back in the summer again.
Yeah,
That
we'd like
makes
to see an illustration of that with his model. That would be like making sense. Like,
Don't count on it, RJ.
I don't
no,
think
no.
it is.
Well, they've only had like what 2,500 years to work this little detail out.
Never gonna happen, RJ. I'm sorry. You're doomed to
Well,
disappointment.
maybe if we could get them all sent up into Elon Musk's rocket ship into space and keep them there until they work out the model, that might be kind of an incentive.
Yeah, but
RJ,
then they'd starve
RJ,
to
behave
death.
yourself. It's not going to
That's a
happen.
problem. How?
It's not, but then we'd have to fill out all those special forms.
Oh,
about
I think we can.
people
I think we
dying
could
in
take on the benefit of the
space.
forms. Yes, I think we could do that.
Oh,
Well, let's get to Bo with the hand up.
All incandescent gas.
Just going on, following on RJ's brave yet informative words there. I would love to see a Flurf tackle their problem, not a problem for us, of course, but their problem of if they, for a whole year, every other day, or I don't know, every, I don't know, 10 days, let's just keep it simple. Every 10 days, as long as it's the sun is out, take a picture at exactly the same time of day, disregarding, switching between summer and standard time, and keeping the same the camera in the exact same direction, of course, and then overlay all those photos and try to explain why on earth the sun tracks in a figure 8 type shape. I would love to hear them try to explain that away.
Yeah, you're asking for a lot there, Bo.
Because 7 is not their lucky number, 8 is.
Oh my goodness.
Well, come on, you guys. This is simple stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, shall we continue on?
I don't want to drink that much out of my night pot.
Here we go.
My chamber pot, it's just,
And that 8 is called an analema.
Is a straight line. This is actual footage. This is time lapse of the sun.
Yes,
and
we
when
got
I'm putting
that
a
it's
line on
actual
it.
footage.
The path is straight. The rocket is curving
No, it
down,
isn't.
and the rocket is said to be elevating. It's rising. It's gaining altitude as it launches away. They say, yeah, it does kind of a maneuver. It goes somewhat, kind of flattens out, but it never goes parallel to the ground, and it never comes closer to the Earth. It's always gaining altitude.
Moving
So
in
if anything,
the same
it should be an
time as
upward
rocket does.
curve, not a downward curve.
Earth
If
turns
the sun
slow,
moving parallel to the
rocket
ground
move
and these jet
fast.
trails produce a straight line, then this curving down can only tell you one thing.
Repeating
It's coming
it
down.
18
It's
times
not going
won't
into
make it
space.
any less stupid.
All right, thank you so
You're
much.
an
So
idiot.
there you
Thank
have part 1 and part 2. Boom, boom, left and
good,
right.
we
bam,
missed
bam.
part 1.
Down goes the ball. And
Oh,
I
that's
think
That's
we
it.
saw
Thank you
part
so
one
much.
a while
We-
back.
Yeah, we actually saw part 1 a long time ago, quite a few weeks ago now. I'm sorry you
watch
don't
it
remember
again.
that.
Oh, I'm not sorry we don't remember it.
Well, I think we should go back and grab it and play it again tonight.
Yeah, I think RJ needs
No.
to see it again.
Yeah, there's going to be real science in the
I
first
tell
one.
you,
Yeah.
that's going to violate the Geneva Convention.
Well, let me grab this super chat real quick from Cajun Crustacean for $5. Says he can't present his model because he was testing it by throwing it around and a dog ran off with it. He tried to get it back, but the dog was too smart.
Yes, really.
In other words,
I like that
yeah,
one. Thank you so much, Cajun
Was-
Crustacean.
Yeah, just think of his so-called model as small chunks of dog shit, and he flings it across the room, and just until some of it clings to the wall, but it never does.
No. You're forgetting his dingleberries.
I don't think. Well, I don't think he has Klingons on his tail, though.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, what do you guys say? Shall we bring up the wheel again?
Oh, sure.
I still want.
Still the shank of the evening.
I think we need to just watch Equinox.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right,
it's
we-
been stuck on there so long. We need to
Yeah.
get it off the
Yeah,
wheel.
we could do
It's
that.
been a
Is
tough
Equinox?
night. It's been a tough night.
That's
we
the
need it.
that's the Equinox I equatorially mounted myself by Flat Out.
Yes, that one
Yeah,
sounds amusing.
yeah.
Let's
We
watch
need
that.
to see Flat Out's video. He's waited long enough.
All right.
I think there's consensus.
Sounds good.
All in favor of watching Equinox,
Okay,
raise your hand.
I propose this should make a new
Hey.
rule.
My hand.
Hand
my
raised.
hand.
Yes, Purple.
Well,
I propose this should be a new rule that any video that stays on the wheel for more than a full month, we have to watch on the next week.
Ooh, that's a good rule.
that is
I
a
like
good
the
rule.
idea.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That
nice.
way, they
You
can't
do
get
know
too many
that there-
cobwebs.
Yeah, that can
Have
work
you
against
noticed
you
how
too.
many?
There's some
you
videos
noticed
you
how
really don't
many-
want to watch. Come on.
Yeah,
There's
that's
so
true.
many videos on that wheel, though.
Well, let's take a look at this one and see how it goes. I'm looking forward to
need the
his
humor.
entertainment.
Okay, everybody. Shh.
Yeah, let's
All
get
right,
this
here we go.
sciencey crap going there.
What are you doing, Flat Out?
Hey, just another experiment. Just go inside with your mom.
Keeping it flat.
Well, this is Flat Out here, and I hope you're all keeping it flat. I built this contraption here because I wanted to do a human equatorial mount, so to speak. I wanted it, to mount me, and I want to see if the sun truly does go in a straight line, kind of like 60-20, Wolfie 60-20 has been saying. So I followed some of his principles here in the construction. I just don't trust telescopes and all that CGIism. I wanted to sense this thing with my own senses. So I built this. I am about 880 vanishing points inside the equatorial
The beer's there just in case he gets thirsty during this long, drawn-out video.
So I calculated that I needed to tip this thing up.
Was that a
411
certain,
Tipitudes.
Mexican beer?
Let me flip this around here. You can see
411
here.
Tipitudes.
I was gonna say, can we just point out that his units of measurement are
Tipitudes.
I like that. That's better than any measurements that the Flurfs give us. So.
Well, yeah, I mean,
yeah, they don't have any measurements at all. He's ahead of them already.
Yeah.
He's their leader.
That's true.
Sorry.
And remember, a tipitune is 0.7 gerunds times the square root of the cube of pi, or cake if you prefer.
Okay. Awesome. Well, let's see what else Flat Earth is going to entertain us with. Flat out. Sorry.
Hang on. I aligned this to.
Pause.
Yes, Bo.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe you should move the cat. Yeah. We can't really read it anyway. Is it just me being a nerd that I know what the specific compass he's using is there?
Yes, it is very nerdy.
That is the leading manufacturer of compasses for the military.
It's a Boy Scout compass.
I've got one of those. They're awesome.
You are going to fry our brains with knowledge there, Bo.
How dare you?
This is the civilian version because the text is in red. Yeah.
Oh, nobody cares.
Yeah, but I'm injecting sense into the. Oh, wait, this is not a flat Earth video.
Yes. Let's continue on.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'm getting carried away.
44 Tipitudes.
Yeah, we don't need the text.
And I also then aligned this way, directly in the electromagneticism-ish direction. I did account for magnetic declining. This part up here, these are the optical alignment rings and the angles between
otherwise known as hula hoops.
This part here and the rings are conjunctive. And so this part here is the crotchoidal resting device, and I have my hydrancy.
Could you pull that back a little bit? I want to hear that again.
My hydrancy. Oh my god.
Crotch something.
Crotchoidal, I think.
Crotchoidal resting device.
Yes. CROTCHOIDIOL.
Yeah, something like that.
This needs to be a monograph.
I mean, it really sounds like something having to do with the heart.
Let's listen real quick and see what he's saying.
Turn the volume up a little.
And so this part here is the crotchoidal resting device, and I have my hydrancy holstering. So anyway, I've been using this for most of the day. Just wanted to give you guys a preview. I'm gonna get back in the thing here and show you how this whole thing works. Okay, so
what the fuck?
Geared up here. Oh, sorry. So I'm geared up. This is, by the way, don't do this at home. You can do it maybe at work, but don't do it at home. This is the optical alignment tube. I got sunglasses on the end to protect my eyes.
How's he aligning?
This flazier is awesome. It can hold your hydrancy instrumentations. So, we're chanting today. So I'm gonna get on
Just
the
imagine being his neighbor,
on
seeing
the
that
mount
for the first time.
and show you how this works.
You know what I think? I think this guy is just fucking around, and everybody,
I'm
these
the
flat
devil.
earthers, are just
He
following
is.
him around, and he is just being as stupid as he can be to see how many viewers he can get, and it's working. That's what I think.
Yep.
Yes.
He is quite
he- literally
literally doing it for the laughs.
Yeah, I think he
has not
openly
made-
openly mocks them.
Yeah. Yeah, he has not made any attempts to try and hide it for anyone. But he does. I mean, yeah, he's injecting a little bit too much humor in there, but to make it out as if he was a flat earther. But he's not far off.
Yeah,
No, he's really not.
Yeah,
that's true.
I mean, it's just, and this is kind of low key too.
yeah.
Oh boy.
I haven't watched much of his work, let's call it that, but the stuff I've seen, holy crap!
Oh,
He
those
can't be a flat
When I
earther for
submitted-
real because he makes too detailed of his equipment.
That's
I mean,
true.
that's
too
just
funny.
it's shooting way off the skill set here.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
No
able to
flat
actually
earther could be
make
caught
sciencey
doing
sounding
something that
words.
sophisticated.
Well, he actually does experiments.
Yeah.
What, Chris?
when I was or when I submitted this one, the one I was looking for was he was trying to do Wolfie 6020's challenge for a search and rescue pattern out at sea, and he had me in stitches because his method required using two blondes, and and there was somewhere where it's like he ends up collecting the two blondes, and he said, but flat out, you say you left a guy out at sea. He says, I don't care, I have two blondes.
Jeez. Bo, you still had your hand up?
I do.
You do.
Okay, Zoom is messing with me. I don't know what's going on.
All right. I just want to make sure we didn't miss you.
And it turned color on us too. It's annoying.
All right. Well, then here we go. Let's continue on.
Yay.
What are you doing, flat out?
Hey, just another experiment. Just go inside with your mom. Okay. This is gonna be hard. So this is basically how this works. This is the optical tubulator.
Tutorial mode.
Oh man.
Oh my
Rings. Keep it aligned. So
Oh, for
all day long,
fuck's
so
sake.
far today, the sun's been right shining down the tubulator.
I'm gonna tell you, this guy is definitely creative.
Yeah.
Like for
Yeah.
sure. This is
And I can,
great.
imagine.
So,
and I can imagine
yeah, so I'll
that he
just keep you
has.
posted here for a little
before
bit
starting
on
all of this nonsense, he
how
had
this whole
contact
thing
with
is
the
gonna
police,
work.
making sure that he is not mentally disturbed. He's just making fun of flat earthers. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he has been in contact with the what the hell?
He's pretending to be sleeping.
Hey, it sounds like Hillel.
Let's see. Okay, so the sun is still good. Same same line. So anyway, I love y'all. Keep it flat.
You know what? I think you should show one of two of his videos a month, just to break up the monotony.
Yeah,
'cause
just for the
he's
entertainment
hilarious.
value.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Who was it that in the beginning of his career, gave him an interview? Like, was it Sean or Red?
Yeah, I
Strickler?
think it was. I think it was Sean who did it.
Yeah. And it was that had me in stitches.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously in stitches. It's worth finding it. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm
easily,
not sure if that's even. I'm sure it's still up on his channel somewhere, but I'd have
But
he'd have to go dig.
when searching for it, make absolutely certain that you do not write flat out hero. Because that's a jackass flat earther. And a
Ah.
drug dealer as well, as I recall.
Oh, jeez.
And not just marijuana, all other stuff
I
as well.
think you could probably tell them apart because one of them would be wearing the brassiere and the other one wouldn't.
or the green spandex stuff. Yeah.
One
So
wears
it makes
the
them easy to
brassiere.
identify. Trademark imagery.
One wears the brassiere, the other one wears the welding goggles inside.
Yeah, and the tinfoil hat, probably. Well, the
Wait
chat.
a minute. You guys don't have tinfoil hats? I have like 3.
No.
I left mine in my other pair of pants tonight, so sorry.
Oh yeah, I left mine in my other laptop bag.
That's something to add to the merch.
Yeah,
the
tinfoil
official
hat.
Sci-Strike tinfoil hat.
And there you go. I can actually.
Yeah,
I'll just put the instructions on how to make your own. Well, the chat is calling for us
you
to
gotta
spin the
have
wheel.
the tinfoil that has been run through the chakra blessing pond.
There you go. Oh, well, shall
So
we?
you can't
spin
use
the-
just any old tinfoil.
Shall we spin
Yeah,
the
so
wheel?
you gotta send them the tinfoil with a pattern so they can cut it out.
with a certified
and then how to
authentic
fold it properly.
that this has been chakrafied in the sacred pool of chakras.
Now, why did you have to pollute it with chakras, huh? It was something we all enjoyed until you wrecked it.
And I
RJ.
brought it down to this pathetic level. I'm I'm not actually sorry.
Let's just chalk it up to craziness.
I have to point out the comment in the live chat from Sparrow who says, "Weirdos, tinfoil condoms is where it's at."
Whoa!
Ow!
Ow!
Yes, indeed.
How do you keep the edge from cutting you?
That's a question I don't want to know the answer to.
And they say long fingernails are bad.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But hey, you can boil it easily, for hygiene's sake. So that's a
No.
good
But it
idea.
did have a brief successful run in some of the San Francisco bathhouses.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Jess, check chat.
I mean, wouldn't you just? I mean, if you're gonna go like in that route, why not just try like plastic wrap?
Saran wrap.
Thank you, Magneto.
That was a
You're
statement
welcome.
from
I couldn't
Ziploc.
figure out how to get hold of the channel there, so
Gotcha. I will look up. If I can talk.
You'll
Look
find
you
me.
up on Twitter. Look up you on Twitter. Apparently.
Look up her Twitter. I do not know what. No, I do not want to know what you mean by that.
Anyway, not
Keep your
what
hands
I
off my
meant.
Twitter.
Does your other half know about this? Should he?
All right. Well, the live chat is calling for us to spin the wheel again. What do you guys think?
Go for it.
All right. Let us.
But every time you spin the wheel, new stupid starts.
I know. Isn't that the best part?
makes my brain
Yeah. No.
All right. Well, let's.
Wheel of
Go ahead.
misfortune.
Yep.
Turn, turn, turn. Show us more stupid that we must burn before we scream.
Our brains
Oh,
with.
hold on. Wait, I lied.
Wait, what? What?
My wheel didn't update. I gotta update my wheel.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, then I
Does
have to
that
do it
mean
all
my
over
wheel doesn't
again.
update?
Damn it, Jess.
Yeah, we get to see P-Brain's video game. Yay.
No.
No, no.
There
no.
we go.
There will be none of that.
You do that, I quit.
Sun.
Wheel of
Alrighty.
misfortune. Turn, turn, turn. Show us the stupid we must burn. Part deux.
Part trois.
You're missing the
Wow.
spin it.
Yeah.
Spin it.
Spin it real good.
Ein, zwei, drei.
No wait, that's.
Und
that's-
zwei, drei, 40.
Scheiße, Scheiße. Nein.
Stars.
Scheiße.
Stars.
Wer hat
Oh,
verloren?
is this about like Hollywood?
Entschuldigung.
No.
Oh, goody.
Wie
Das
geht es dir heute?
You know, someone
Das
once
ist nicht
asked
gut.
Johnny Carson how he became a star, and he said he was
Gut.
started out as a giant ball of gas and cooled.
He's dead, you know.
That's true. Which has cut
Kinda
his
sad.
career down a lot.
Or is he?
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, he's definitely,
Thanks, Jenny.
he's definitely dead and worm bait.
All right. Here.
Were you
He
there?
could be vacationing in France and you would never know.
Yeah.
So, what is this
like
extraordinary
Elvis,
video?
I want to talk about why we.
Whoops. Sorry. I forgot I still had VLC open, so it opened in the background. All right, let's see.
Zodite.
Yeah, we only got 12 drinks on
Zodite.
those two. That's
Yeah.
pretty low.
Pretty.
Well, why would you drink two flat out?
Water
Everything he does is
are
truth.
Kid S with a stone, and the face of the aloof is frozen. Why do we only see stars at night? I think I may have had a blurry quality on that first sentence.
Yeah, the waters are
Yeah, it's blurry on my end too. The waters are hid.
Hid as with a
Should we-
stone, and the face of the daisy, the deep
Is frozen.
frozen.
Why
Yeah.
do
think
we
you should-
only see stars
Shouldn't
at
you be saying
night?
that in Kent Hovind's way of saying it? The
Yeah,
what?
I think that's a Bible passage about the frozen firmament.
Ah,
I was
yes.
not aware.
Obviously, not one of those that was terribly effective for any cosmology other than the Hovind theory.
Okay.
Except the premise is wrong because you can see stars in the daytime.
Yeah, like
If
several.
you have the right, if you have the right kind of
concepts.
telescope, it ignores the atmosphere and you can
Well,
see stars.
and some
in
of the
middle
brighter
day.
stars, Sirius
There's
is
one
visible
star-
in the daylight.
There's one
Yeah,
star
that's-
that we see in the daylight all the time. It's kind of a small one, but it's a lot closer, so it's always there.
Yeah, that,
You know,
that
the
sun
sun-
But
thing.
it's further than
This is
2,000 miles.
close. This is far away.
Well, shall we see what he's got to say? I'm sure it's going to be super intelligent. Whole
Yeah.
lot of
And
science.
whether or not it
Yeah.
has any effect whatsoever on his model.
Before we do,
Yes.
I just want. Did anybody see Scott Manley's thing on the computer?
Nice.
That's on the Hubble.
No, I haven't watched it yet. I saw that he made one, but I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah,
It's in trouble.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Well,
Hubble in trouble.
I find it
Hubble trouble.
interesting that the computer that controls all the operations of the
Telescope.
Hubble telescope is from a 1960s design.
Do they need
using
to
the
update
core
it or
memory.
something?
It was made by.
All
Is that
right.
what
Well,
the-
let's. Shall we get started? What do you guys
Yes.
think? All right.
Sure.
I say we go for it. Here we go.
There has been so much stupid. My cat is pretending to be dead to get out of it.
Aw, such a smart kitty. All right, here we go.
Mine's just coughing up hairballs.
I hit play. Why aren't you playing?
Okay, I want to talk about why we only see stars in the nighttime and why we cannot see stars in the daytime. And
It's called
this
We
is
Don't Have the
another
Right Kind of
follow-up
Telescope.
video to my inverted world in which we live in.
He's in
series.
Australia.
And so basically, just as a to get you guys caught up, we are living in the inside surface of the Earth and the entire
Oh my god,
universe.
it's a hollow earth.
We are
One of
living
those.
on.
The
Hey,
Earth.
wait a
Earth is
minute.
just a shell
Drink.
and it's stationary.
Yes, Bo.
Drink. Yeah, I caught that one. We are living on the inside of
Of
the
the Earth.
circle.
Mm-hmm.
Of,
Yeah.
what?
Hollow earther.
He's a hollow earther, not just
No,
a
no,
flat
he's
earther.
a concave earther.
Man. Although
Yeah.
he is doing the same. Oh wait. Oh,
See,
I
we live on
recognize
the
it now
Audi,
again.
and
Yes,
he
of
lives
course.
on the innie.
Yeah, we're talking about the Stephen Christ, so to speak. Yeah, the guy who was put in prison for threatening the life of a certain president, and then the second time he did, he was actually he didn't get that kind of sentence because they deemed him not mentally
Competent?
competent to go to jail.
Well,
so
he's
he
earning it
spent
now.
a couple of months in a I don't know where, but
Mental
in a
ward.
yeah, I don't know for certain, but in a certain equipped place. Yeah, I honestly don't know, but yeah. Now he is an ASMR master, though. Maybe not in this video, but he makes some really good ASMR videos.
Yeah, so
and he
what,
knows
Eric
he has
Day
that
is
kind of
yoga
voice.
Instructor.
Yeah, he has that kind of voice. It's
Okay.
eerie but cool too, which is not good because he's a duh. But,
Yeah.
But we don't even get a Dyson sphere.
Dyson sphere?
Dyson's
No.
favorite.
Could,
yeah.
could
Figure
we like
presumably
put,
not to scale.
All right. Well,
could we
let's.
put the video back like 10 seconds so we can actually figure out what the hell's going on?
Sure.
Oh,
Let's do that.
that's not going to help, Jan.
All right. Let's look. Take a look here.
Doesn't it?
Yay.
To get you guys caught up, we are living in the inside surface of the Earth, and the entire universe is contained within the Earth. Earth is just a shell, and it's stationary. It doesn't move, okay? So you have the continents and the land formations and the oceans on the inside surface, okay? At 100 kilometers, or roughly thereabout, there is a glass ceiling to the sky. There's much evidence that the sky actually has a literal glass ceiling, and attached to this glass ceiling is a layer
At least he
of
doesn't say
ice.
evidences.
So this is actually exaggerated here, but I just want to
Yeah.
You think?
notify which is which. So if we have glass at the top of the sky at 100 kilometers, then there's also a mantle of ice. So there's a sheet of ice there as well.
Frank.
Mom NATO was first on that one.
Okay.
Smoke.
So he's saying that the glass is on the inside of the ice ring. Now, what he's forgetting is that when you have an ice against a warmer surface, A, it's going to partially melt anyway, but B, it fogs up. So is that why we don't see stars during the day? Because while the sun's out, the ice is fogged over and makes it look blue?
Well, we'll have
That's
to wait
just
till we get to that
clouds.
point.
I mean, how does he explain when we shoot rockets off that they don't break the glass ceiling?
Well,
Because they
we'll get
doing
to
it.
that. He's just starting the
Okay.
presentation.
Okay.
Let's get to Jenny, who had the second drink call there.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to remember what I was going to say here.
Uh-oh.
Glass ceiling
about-
ice.
Oh yeah, I
It's
remember now.
happening.
So like we got this glass ceiling, you know, and it would be pretty big, wouldn't it?
Mm.
Have you ever seen like on public television or something? They show you, these glass people and how they make glass and how they blow these pieces
They're
artistic
awesome.
or make paperweights and
Yeah.
they got this glob of glass on the end of the tube. And the
Uh-huh.
guys,
He has
you know,
videos of that
and
too,
it's
actually.
and it's in that oven that's really freaking hot, and it's big, and the oven's like really big
Uh-huh.
because to generate all that heat and stuff and hold the temperature, and it's really big. It's like 10 times, maybe 15 times the size of the object that he's making. Okay, so where's the oven they used to make the dome?
Good question.
Now you're
You're
using
asking
those
too much.
naturalistic assumptions
Where
here.
did the
And-
glass
This is
come
God
from?
glass.
Wait,
And
wait, wait.
who
God.
made the
God.
ice?
God. Keep going. I have an answer for everything. God.
Jeez. Unfortunately, that is
Should we
almost
ask
their
who made
answer
him
for
or
everything.
her?
Yeah. Purple's got his hand up.
Yes, Purple.
Just answer Mom NATO's question there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the reason the rockets can't break the glass ceiling is they are penis-shaped, of course. And you have to have a woman to shatter the glass ceiling.
Oh,
Oh,
my
okay.
goodness.
I have now I kind of want to
Facts.
see what a vagina-shaped rocket looks like.
Oh my god, we're not getting into that. No,
And is
there's
this
none
guy
of
a little
that.
vague about what's at the end of his lines? Are those can you put like tassels or something on the end of everything?
Oh my god.
I'm just
Well-
thinking,
Moving on.
vagina rocket with
Nope,
complete with
not.
vulva.
Nope, we're not going there, Bo.
It's just-
Nope, Bo. That's it. You're gonna get
Depends
the
whether or
mute.
not it
I
has-
was
Down.
Depends whether
You
or not it has
realize
stuff like
Elon
curtains.
Musk could have a whole new market line with that puppy.
Curtains, is it
Oh,
old?
it's
Is it
a
young?
rocket
Is it
powered by
dry? Is it webby?
Alrighty. Anyway,
Oh my goodness.
I'm
Everybody
gonna
keep
step
breath.
in here.
Let's see how Jeff
we-
handles that one.
We had the live chat. We had Sir Little Wolf, who says he is drawing a
boy.
jawbreaker. Yeah, that's actually exactly what I thought when I first saw that. And NANA says rockets are CGI. Yes, of course it is. All rockets.
Without
So,
an accent, of course.
yep.
You got to
What
admit,
Sparrow?
he drew
I'm not
very
entertaining that one.
nice semicircles.
What did Sparrow say?
Sparrow wanted to comment
Something
on the
about-
shape of the Ori ship from Stargate SG-1.
Oh, okay. Well, let's move on.
Hallowed are the Ori.
Yes, thank you, Bo.
I mean,
Oh,
isn't
I
this
can't
not
wait
dissimilar to the technology of the hula hoop that we just saw
Oh,
earlier?
goodness.
That's
Jenny.
true.
I can't wait
What
till
was
they
that all
actually get started on Stargate again.
Yeah.
Which
Starting
they
to see a
are.
pattern here.
All right. Well, let's
Come on, if they're
continue
making
on.
a movie or a series,
This
but-
one is a
Pitter,
this is a
pitter pattern. Pitter
this is
pattern.
a lengthy video, and we'll never get through it
How
by
lengthy
next
is
week.
it? He
no.
asked timorously.
You don't want to know, RJ.
It's the whole thing is about 18 minutes.
Well, that's
Oh
not
my
as horrifying
God.
as it being 25 minutes.
We're a minute in.
Okay.
Oh
We've
So
only got 17 to go.
so let's see if we can get through at least like a minute's worth.
Yeah.
How about that?
Uh-huh. Right.
All right. Let's try it. Here we go.
The sun and the moon are orbiting around the inside of the Earth. Okay, so
Whoa.
let me get my circular template here, and
Ooh, that's how he makes them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a
the,
temple.
uh,
Like,
okay, so we'll have like the intercelestial sphere, and that's actually it's darkened, so you cannot see what's behind it. Which I believe there is a pyramidal structure, a magnetic core to the
Pyramidal?
center of the
Oh,
Earth.
but if you
however,
can't
Yeah,
see it,
he
how
did
would
not
you
say
know that it's
Sirius, don't
pyramidal
worry.
as opposed
He
He
to
believes
taco
it's
shape?
pyramidal.
This area would
God.
here would be the inner space. So this is where all the
Also a
satellites
movie
and the
with,
space shuttle and planets and the sun and the moon orbit. It's not outer space; it's inner space.
is he into Second
Okay.
Life?
So obviously,
Not all.
Drink.
Everybody
That's
gets
just a remake of the Fantastic Voyage.
Yes, Mom NATO.
Okay, he also thinks that all of the other planets are orbiting inside the inner core of Earth.
He may not have got that far.
No, he said that. If you back it up,
The sun and
just
the
a
moon.
little
The
bit.
sun and the moon.
No, he said and the planets.
Oh, well, okay. So it's a crowded glass lane.
I mean, does he realize the size of Earth compared to the size of Jupiter?
No.
Fucking tiny.
Well, Mom Nato, he is not
I
all
think-
there.
You're off on the wrong
So-
assumption right off the bat.
Oh my God! It's like what
Unreal.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Mom NATO, don't you realize you've been lied to and they're not that big? They're very, very small and
Little
local.
tiny stars.
Oh, okay, and
Not
that's why
nearly
they
as
dangle
big
from
as
most
the-
guys'
as the
crotches, right?
Black triangle thing you
Okay.
can't see.
I like how he says that it's not outer space, it's inner space. Like that's somehow a thing.
What,
That's
once
a
again,
Dennis Quaid movie.
once again, inferring to the concept of vaginal rockets.
There you go. Yeah.
So is it the pyramid that blocks the sun from hitting the entire Earth at the same time?
Maybe.
Is that what's
Could be.
happening? It must be the pyramid.
know.
Right.
Yeah.
I got it.
Let's.
I
We
got it.
gotta finish moving on.
Or Orion's belt is just really fancy.
But then
All
again,
right.
Orion is just a cat. For the
Men in Black reference, yeah.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, it's going to get real
it's implied
sciencey
here.
in a
So
minute.
if you have the sun moving around inner space, you also have the moon too.
And what does it do when it gets to the
With
far
sun,
end?
Moon. What's happening is there's a transition because this ice it transitions between crystalline to amorphous.
Ooh, that
Amorphous
says
ice
nothing.
is generally
There's no such thing as
considered
amorphous
that is
ice.
like glass.
No,
it's-
but it's something
it
that's
has no
crystalline
lattice
can be
structure.
amorphous at the
It's-
same time.
it's
Amorphous
And
just
this guy
means-
can be
like glass.
crystalline and amorphous at the same time.
Is amorphous is just discussing the organized nature of the molecules within whatever crystalline structure. Is it perfectly ordered or is it more random in its
Okay.
construction? So this guy doesn't
And if
know what
it's
he's talking
perfectly
about.
ordered, it comes from
Shocker.
Amazon.
what?
I'm so surprised, Jenny. He doesn't know what he's talking about? How
I'm
could
pretty
I
that
sure.
already
be?
knew that.
All right, here we go.
I'm really I'm going with that amorphous ice.
Yeah.
like a continual medium. There's no lattices. There's no crystallizing of the ice. So that's generally that would be
And
more
how
of a
do we determine
transparent,
this?
like glass, basically. the amorphous ice. Now, the crystalline ice would be more opaque. Not totally opaque, I would say
And
translucent.
why is that?
All ice is
The way in
all
which
ice
they
is amorphic. There's no such thing as perfect glass. There's just not.
Yes, Bo.
Can't
Even
be done.
Even at lens crafters.
Let's go over to Bo, who had
say it
the.
ain't so.
Let's go over to Bo.
When we have opaque glass or ice, whatever it might be, and it's not because of the ice or glass having a rough surface, it is usually only because of, well, it is because of only one thing, as long as there aren't any foreign stuff in there. Yeah, that can that
Probably
light
wouldn't
can
want
bounce
that
off of.
foreign stuff in there.
Yeah.
Domestic only,
there's
please.
one thing, and that would be air bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the opposite of why fog always appears white and very, very opaque. Because it consists of
refraction of
lot-
light.
Exactly, yeah. A
maybe?
lot of tiny, very, very tiny, let's just call them spheres of water that, refracts light. So, yeah, it's just,
there you go.
I'm not good
Made
at
sense.
ASMR, but, yeah.
Oh my God, you use science.
Yeah. Now,
Bad
I
Bo.
don't see
Bad.
How he's going
Wait
to
a
get
minute,
to
Bo
the
made
sentence
sense?
up above.
I'm a
Yeah.
bad boy.
You need a spanking.
Oh, yes, please.
Oh God, here we go. That's it.
Anyway, moving on.
Can I watch a certain special kind of rocket video?
Nope.
Oh, you
nope,
kids,
nope,
I
nope,
tell you, we
nope,
just
nope.
can't take you anywhere. Get settled back in the seat or we're turning this car around.
Moving on.
Slap me in the ass and call me Andy.
Position between the two is due to temperature change and pressure change. So
Oh my God.
what I'm saying is that we only see the stars at nighttime, right? So therefore, the ice at the top of the glass sky is transparent.
Hold on. Is it
amorphous
ice or is it glass? Make up your mind, man.
So obviously it's a cooler temperature, right? So
Everything.
and it's slowly cooling,
So
okay,
why
as the
can we
sun is
see the
moving
sun?
away, okay. Let's say this is nighttime right now, and that would mean the sun is over here. If this was
And
nighttime
where is
over here,
there?
and so the sun would be away
Right there,
from us,
man,
and so
look,
it's not as
right there.
warm. Okay, so this ice is
Can we get some
colder
measurements?
You see it? It's
than
there. It's right there.
if the sun was over here, okay? So there's a transition that happens daily. It fluctuates daily between crystalline and amorphous. So when the sun is over here in the daytime, it changes the ice changes into crystalline.
I think
and
it goes
becomes
from
transparent,
periwinkle
okay?
to
So
up
it's,
to daisy.
Is it
blocking
related to the
out
crystalline entity?
a lot of the light, and that's why the stars are up here in the celestial sphere. That's why we can't see the stars, because of the translucent crystalline ice that changes daily. Okay,
Pause.
now
Except
this
of
south.
course for the stars that you can see in the daylight.
Yes, Bo.
Yeah. He mentioned the celestial sphere, and as he did that, he pointed to that let's just call it double pyramid shaped
Semicircle.
object in the center here. A sphere, is that? Does that look like two pyramids stuck to each other, bottom to bottom?
Yeah,
I don't
it
think
makes
so.
an appearance in 2001: A Space Odyssey, but he didn't have much of a career.
Why do you think that this guy should be bound to accurate definition?
Oh yeah, he is kind of cuckoo for Cocoa.
Yeah, he's
Cocoa
pretty-
Puffs. Get
I heard
within-
Jay, you had
no.
your
Yeah,
hand
yeah.
up.
Never mind.
We're missing some captions. You know, he's got the little circles there, and they all come up to a point where there's like nothing beyond them, and they need to have little markers indicating what the F question mark, what the F question mark, what the F is. You know, to clarify, there's a whole part of this where it's like, what the F is going on here? You need to tell us more about this.
Oh, you mean the scientific explanation where you see A, B, space, D, results. Something's kind of missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still unclear about the scale of that. Is this man taller than mountains? I think we need to have a certain clarification here. There seems a certain vagueness to his argument.
As I recall, he is slightly being buffered, apparently, according to the live stream. Oh,
Yeah.
Well, he is slightly lower, shorter. Sorry, he is slightly shorter than 6 feet, if that's what you mean.
Okay.
In other words, he is
Height
he is of average
discrimination.
height.
Hey, he did say he
I'm
slightly
heighted.
exaggerated the ice and glass layer. Come on
Yeah,
now.
just slightly. Just slightly.
Yeah.
In the same way I slightly exaggerate the penis length or how much money I have in the bank account.
Yeah.
Phallic banking account.
Those are inversely proportional, aren't they?
Yeah, just about there. Yeah. Either that
So
or we're
on
in
the-
echidna penis mode. One of those.
RJ,
So
those
on
are
the
inversely
pyramid,
proportional, right?
are there like mirrors?
We don't know. We
On
haven't
the
gotten that far.
pyramid?
Let's
Well,
Oh.
remember,
We
you can't
weren't
see
there.
it, but he knows its shape.
Well, let's get to Purple, who has the hand up.
Yeah, apart from the fact of him saying he slightly exaggerated the ice layer, by his diagram, I'm making out that the sun is approximately 55 feet above the ground.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Oh yeah, max of 150.
Looks like
Well,
60,
remember, it's 100
60,
kilometers
62.
up to the frosty glass
Right.
space wall.
Right.
Makes sense.
And he's a snowman, by the way.
Wait a minute, maybe that's a Nephilim.
Yeah, but how many miles is that?
Oh no, we're going into the Nephilim.
Well, what else is that
Nephilim in the
tall?
surf. Then.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we're not talking about Nephilim free. The
No.
other nut
Oh
job.
God, no, never talk
Although
about
he is
him.
less
Yeah.
of a nut job.
He who shall not
Right.
be mentioned.
Let's move on.
Yeah, let's get to the science.
All right, here we go, guys.
Good luck.
It's the mystery. There's a mystery where scientists cannot figure
That's how
out
he writes, what the
where
F?
these ice chunks are coming from. They call
They're in
them
my
mega
whiskey glass.
cryometeors.
Cryometeors. Ooh.
Well, this
Because
this
they
solves the
cry a
mystery,
lot.
because
They're very
if
angry.
you do a little research, you'll find out that most of the time
Research.
that these
here we
mega
go.
cryometeors that they find are
The
falling
what?
in the
Mega
daytime,
cryometeor.
and
Oh, damn it.
Mega cryometeors.
they are translucent. They are not clear. They're not transparent. Usually.
Mega cryometeors.
Okay, so that gives credence to the fact that that is why the ice transitions to a crystal.
When have we ever found an ice
Because it's in
meteor
the
on
daytime
Earth?
and the sun is generating
Never.
Yeah,
heat.
we have.
It's heating it up. It's changing it. It's changing the crystals into a lattice structure, and it's becoming
Drink.
non-trans.
Yes, Jenny.
All frozen water is in a lattice network. It's because of the 105-degree separation of the electrons compared to the axis of the neutron. Go ahead, continue.
We should have had a science alert warning there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We have Bino with the hand up.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So we are in this spherical
Core.
space. Above our head is ice and then glass. So the sun comes around and would heat the glass and melt the ice. So we would be basically living in a terrarium.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
bake-
we're
Pretty
not.
much. Yep.
Oh yeah, we are.
My average humidity here is like 10%. That's not a terrarium.
Yeah, you just can't accept the truth.
Yeah, mine's 90% most days. So.
Although RJ was complaining of heat, so maybe we are.
Well, that's true. RJ,
Pete,
you has
as
your
in
hand
pissy
up.
Pete?
Yeah, I am shocked to learn that mega cryometeorites is not a term he made up, but inadvertently an actual thing where
It is.
occasionally big chunk of ice can drop to the ground and some of them weigh up to 6.6 pounds, etc. They're kind of like mega hailstones. So he has apparently been interneting or interwebbing, and some of these notions have filtered into his otherwise tremendously fevered brain.
And
Who
most
the
of them
hell
are attributed to the lavatory system of airliners.
Yes.
Yes, which connects up to the poop idea, which is
Oh,
where
yes,
we
I
are
have
in this
heard.
video.
Interesting.
Insert Mythbusters video about blue ice falling from the sky.
I don't know about you guys, but I saw this kind of shit coming, so I have my waders on. So let's do it.
All right, here we go, guys.
Parent. And I also believe there's a pressure change as well. I'm not really sure, but I think
Conveniently
that the lower
devoid
the
of a
pressure
formula.
would create the amorphous ice. So you have, I'm sorry,
Pressure
switch
equals
that.
amorphousness
So you have higher
squared
pressure
times
and you have lower
hard
temperature
bark.
for the amorphous
Under the
ice. And
hard
for the
bark.
crystalline ice, you have lower pressure and higher
Like,
temperature.
that's charming, but those do not have any
And-
connection.
During the nighttime, it is usually
anything.
the atmosphere, the barometric
I'm
pressure
jealous of
is
his
usually
handwriting. It's
higher
way
during the
prettier than
nighttime.
mine.
So that would give credence to that transition.
Credence,
Okay,
yes,
so
yes.
I
Credence
quoted
Clearwater Revival.
Chapter 38, verse 20.
Oh, well, that clarifies
verse
everything.
30, actually.
Yeah,
Where
which
it
of
says,
these hundreds
Actually, go
of
back to verse
translations are you
29, where it
talking about?
says, out of whose womb came the ice? Okay, so
Dr.
we're talking
Who?
about a
Or are
womb.
we talking about?
Well, there we
something
go. You wanted your
some kind of
vagina.
encasement. So that gives that alludes to the fact that there's a glass/ice
Space
womb
ice.
or encasement.
There's
up in
the
sky.
sciencey bit. There's ice.
And the hoary
I
frost
don't
of
even
heaven.
want to
That's
know
another
what
chapter.
God's condom looks like.
Drink.
It's
I
tinfoil.
don't know about the rest of you guys, but you know, I've never had ice up in there. I'm pretty warm.
Yeah, I think you should count yourself very lucky on that.
Well, we had Mom
Well,
Nato
if you
with the
live-
drink call.
There's ice.
Yeah, this guy's talking about the frost of heaven and the womb of ice in the Bible, and to support his claim of these mega cryo meteorite bullshit in the glass ceiling and the ice wall around the glass ceiling. But again, how does it not break with
Tempered
things?
glass.
I mean,
Yes.
you've got rockets, you've got
Hadn't you heard of,
satellites,
No,
No rockets. They don't go up there.
planets. You've got planets that are
Well, they're up above on little roller skates. That's not a
Obviously.
problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
See, you just got to start thinking biblically, or whatever version. Of
I am thinking
that he's
biblically,
in.
and there was no shit in the Bible about us being living in inner space.
Yeah.
Oh my
Is
fucking
fecal matter
word.
was a
even
good
mentioned in the Bible ever?
Yes.
You said shit, so you know.
Oh yes.
Well, let's go over
During
to
the
purple
period of the ark.
with
Save
I'm
us,
sorry.
purple.
Leviticus. I mean, Leviticus. Let's see. That was verse or chapter 10.
Oh,
verse
there got to be something in Leviticus.
six,
I mean,
6 and
You
7.
don't mean ridiculous?
And lo, with every sixth passage of the moon, Isaiah will change the light bulbs.
there we go.
It clearly
I'm
says
sure
it.
of
I
that.
must have missed that one.
Me too.
It's in the fine print in
Yeah.
there. You know, that's the problem of those Hebrews not having vowels. A hell of a lot of the vowels, when you put them in.
I'm sorry that Tornado is not here, because this would have been a jab in his direction. But I wonder if this would be as amusing to read about as what is that book?
Song of Solomon.
Song of Solomon 7.
Yeah. Well, if there's ice up there in the womb, this is clearly beyond frigid, so
Yeah.
any life in there is clearly inconceivable.
Yeah.
It brings a whole new
Hallelujah.
thought line, to the concept of colder than a witch's. Well, never mind.
Which is
Yeah.
Oh dear. I mean, hey, you guys were asking originally where did the ice come from? He just had to
and then we had
oblige.
to ask. There we go.
All right. Well, let's
And
continue
according
on.
to the Bible, Isaiah 6:15, when the world reaches a certain number of people, the stupid comes out.
All right. Well, let's continue on, shall we?
Sure.
All right. Here we go.
The hoary frost of heaven. In Hebrew, that
Frost of
translates
Oh my God.
to something of a bowl-like structure or a basin. So that gives credence to the fact that this is a bowl, a basin. It's a hollowed-out, curved surface
Citation
in which
needed.
this ice is coming from.
Well,
So
okay,
verse 29 goes on to say, who hath gendered it? And then verse 30 it says,
Wait. Yes, Jenny?
What did he just say there?
He keeps talking about this glass thing, and we can see things through it and all that kind of stuff. And then he keeps bringing up Clarence. Is he talking about Creedence Clearwater Revival?
Oh, if we only could.
Yeah.
I have no.
We'd be ahead of the game.
I'm just really confused.
So is
Well,
he.
he's definitely talking about the heavenly frost in a bowl and a basin, and how that equates to the earth being hollow and us living inside it. Yeah.
Oh dear. All right, let me back it up a minute because I couldn't get it to pause there for a sec. Let's see.
Yeah, we get to it
Makes
here.
about as much sense as the guy who keeps talking about the cosmic egg.
Yeah. All right, let's continue on. Here we go.
of a bowl-like structure or a basin. So that gives credence to the fact that this is a bowl.
There's a bowl
basin.
in
It's
a basin
hollowed-out,
in a hole at the bottom of the
curved
sea.
surface in which this ice is coming from. So verse 29 goes on to say, who hath gendered it? And then verse 30 it says, the waters are hid as with a stone. Okay. Initially I thought this was interpreted differently. However, now I understand that the waters that are hid as with a stone.
So he understands what he wants it to mean.
Yeah,
Oh,
really.
Exactly. This is the what is the word? Crux of the his issue here, or our issue with his issue. Yeah, you know what I mean.
The crux of
It's
his.
not a matter of understanding anything. It's about what every individual interprets something to be. Not what it actually is, or actually means, or what it may have been, or what it meant to have been, or whatever the nonsense he pulls out of his ass. He knows
This is
nothing.
way beyond Dunning-Kruger.
Pretty
Oh
much.
yeah. I mean, we know for a fact that he is I won't say mentally unstable necessarily. At this
Mentally
moment when he
incompetent.
did this, but he is mentally challenged. Not in terms of intelligence,
Right.
but he is not all there.
Yeah.
He's mentally incompetent.
Yeah. Well, let's continue on. I'm sure he's going to get to the science real soon.
Yeah, sure. Of L1
They're talking
Hubbard,
about
maybe.
opaqueness, basically, or translucency.
Or
So the light is, you can still see the sunlight through this translucent ice, but you cannot see the stars, okay? And the face of the deep is frozen. Now the deep here doesn't mean down below, it means up above. That's the deep.
don't know what
this
I
is the
can
face
see.
of the deep, so it's frozen. So that is why we only see stars at nighttime, because there's a transition process that takes place
we don't
daily.
It does
See it
explain
From
that.
crystalline ice to amorphous ice, from translucent to transparent.
None of which means
as the sun.
anything.
nice, baby.
I just want to read the part at the bottom because I'm sure he won't actually let you read it.
Yeah.
It says, also, I forgot to mention that radio waves are not absorbed as much by amorphous ice compared to crystalline ice, which does absorb more. This is why ham/shortwave radio signals transmit easier and farther at night.
Oh dear.
The amorphous ice at night is acting like a sheet of glass, adhered to the glass, which causes the waves to reflect easier.
Oh yeah, there we go. That sure explains stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What do you
I
think,
could-
Chris?
I wonder, hey, Chris, we're hams, right?
You're ham.
What would you say? Is he right about this? I mean, I haven't tried. I haven't tried contacting you on HF yet, but
Chris is
I'm
doing a
pretty
mental face
sure
palm.
yeah, I'm
Yes.
pretty sure I don't have to do it through or thinking about or worrying about ice at any point. But maybe from your end, I don't know.
Okay, but what
Well,
about
in this
winter in
time
the
of the
southern
season.
hemisphere?
Yeah, we never get to that part. I feel that his little picture is somewhat inadequate as an explanatory model.
Yeah.
No. You think?
Oh dear. Well, let's see. I mean, maybe he'll get to the
Oh,
explanation.
Mr. Ponyboy in the side chat has a good question there.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know if the whole universe is also inside every other planet that's inside the Earth.
Little Russian nested dolls,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
Saves on overhead.
Yeah.
Either that or it's just infinite loop recursion.
It's like when you screen share the screen you're sharing, and it makes infinite loops of itself. It's like that.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Revolves around the inside of the Earth. Okay.
Have you got any evidence?
Thank you
of
for
that?
listening.
Never mind.
He's got a picture.
I think.
So, assuming we're all
Okay.
inside this hollow sphere,
Oh, more
what
circle.
is on the outside?
Bagel.
We got the other half of the circle though.
That's what I've been waiting for.
Okay. Let it play a bit. Let's see what happens with the whole circle.
Here's where we get the second act.
A couple things I want to talk about is
I'm not
the
sure it is an act.
fictitious force that you have learned about.
Fictitious.
Fictitious force
Okay.
Oh, this is going to be good.
of gravity.
Oh my
Gravity is a
god.
fictitious force, okay?
Uh-huh.
Learned.
It's a weak
I
force.
I don't think he understands the gravity of the situation.
Yeah. But we're
Sorry, I
getting
had
a lot
to. I
of
couldn't
levity
help
out
it.
of it.
Oh, see, you can do it too. Bad jokes. All right, here we go.
Is that you
Gravity
think,
is a
okay,
constant
the
downer.
gravitational pull.
Unless you're in Australia.
Attracts other objects. Well, that's not true.
And levity
The
is a
only reason
high.
They believe that because they believe that the Earth is convex, and they believe that the center of the Earth is there is a magnetic core to the center of the Earth. Well, actually, there's a magnetic core to the center of the Earth, but it's not down below; it's up above.
What is that
As I
rabbit?
told you
So
before,
it's not in the center then.
In the triangle.
it's in the center of heaven, which is in the center of Earth, and it does have a magnetic core, and it
Oh
is
my god.
Hey,
emanating magnetic
Stop.
field.
Stop.
Pause.
Yes,
Drink.
Bo.
RJ,
Yeah.
you're slacking here.
Oh, I forgot.
Thank you. What's going on with you, man?
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
come on.
I was so gobsmacked by this incredible work of science here that I had to put my brains back into my head.
You
This
can't
guy's mind
slack
is
on your
deep.
responsibilities.
I'm sorry.
Your brain has gone translucent.
You
It's
really need to
melt-
record
melted.
that, as like a button you could just
Transmorphosized.
press. and
Yeah,
invoke
I'll put it
in
on the
a moment.
soundboard.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
It's throughout the inside of the Earth, and it also is emanating toward the sun too. So the sun is a conduit for that magnetic force. The only reason and then they say, they'll conclude that, like Jupiter has moons, right?
Yeah.
And the moons are being attracted
Yeah, tiny little moons.
by Jupiter
They're
by the
attractive
gravitational
moons,
pull.
yeah.
That's not true. That's electromagnetic pull. Another thing they'll misapply gravity to is tides. It's not the so-called gravitational pull of the moon that attracts or that causes the water to rise. Okay, in this system,
Well,
the
half
true
of the
system
time,
that you
yes,
live
it
in,
is.
Earth is stationary, and there is ether.
With the
It's
old-fashioned
actually
spelling.
ether. Known as
Welcome to the year
luminescence.
1875.
And depending on
Now,
what
this
country you
luminescence
live
versus ether
in,
was actually kind
ether
of
is actually a thing.
discarded when Michelson Morley
Other places,
conducted
it isn't.
experiments, and they detected that there was no interference pattern between shooting different light
You do
rays
telephone
on
transmissions
different,
would become Ethernet.
And
different
including
locations.
what
I'm
from
talking
this?
about a gas.
reached a target at
Well, you
the same
have to
time.
refine it from the rocks,
That's
the
because
ether
they
ore.
were under the faulty
Ether ore,
presupposition that
yes.
the Earth was spinning. There is no spin to the Earth. Okay. If there's no spin to
love
the
you,
Earth, then
Purple.
something's got to be spinning because we see the stars and the moon and the sun move across the sky. So it's actually the stars, not the everything inside the earth, every celestial orb that you see in the sky. That's what's moving inside the earth.
Celestial orifice.
So this ether,
Good.
it pushes.
Drink.
Yes, Chris.
So sorry.
That's okay.
If the sun was in the center of the earth, assuming temperature and stuff like that isn't going to be a problem, or radiation.
Heat, yeah.
Yeah. When we constantly see the sun,
Well, because of the frosty part on the ice, see? And it's amorphous, and other words which therefore make a thing go away.
Van Halen belt? What?
Yeah. See, I think it's also perpendicular and internecine. And there's also a certain quality of symbiotic blunderbuss that when unobtainium is put in and stirred rigorously, widdershins.
gun for.
I'm voting for Trillian's explanation in the side chat. I don't understand either of you, but that one sounds better.
The metamarzipan. That explains everything.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I dare you. And wait till he does circles, but wait till I start drawing hexagons.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, not going to that spirit science stuff though.
I can beat him, and sometimes in a pinch I'll go into octagons.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Stick with hexagons.
Don't
They're the
get
only
me
shape
going
that
on
stacks.
dodecahedrons.
Oh dear. Well, let's see. Bino, you had your hand up. Bino, I don't know.
Yeah,
whatever you
okay.
prefer.
So my first thought is, how are all those floating around in there and not colliding?
Yeah.
Yes.
My second thought is
Magnetism.
So how we have all these amazing telescopes and these big, huge, we can see forever things. So how come we can't just look over at an angle and see other people?
Yeah.
Or
It's
or-
as if there's something called focus.
or why can't we look to the side and see the reflection of the glass ceiling and the ice with our, our fancy
exactly.
telescopes?
It would be impossible to keep that from the light reflect. You're going to see it. Yeah, I can't say that because I'm too high, but you're going to see it. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it's a
exactly.
thing you could see.
Yeah. Makes total sense.
Wait a minute. You're high? No, this show is about drinking, not smoking. Get with the program.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're talking about
It's
weed,
fine,
it's
it's
the
fine.
wrong
I'm
drug.
Putting
You
cinnamon
need
whiskey in my coffee right now.
Yeah, well, that's not the tool you need. You need LSD.
Yeah.
If you get enough LSD, you will see all the pretty colors and
Or if you want to
know what he
understand
means.
his model, try battery acid.
LSD absorbs 47 times its own weight in excess reality.
Yes, there we go.
Sounds exciting.
That's priceless.
Important notes: if you know a friend who is currently high on LSD, do not
Show him this
up
video.
behind that person with a cucumber and just do what you can do with a cat. Freak a cat out with a cucumber,
Yeah.
and then place that cucumber beside him and just pull back and wait for him to keep. Because that'll be freaky. Yes.
We need to try that on my cat.
Oh my god! What the fuck are you even saying right now?
Oh, B, if you haven't seen it, look up cats and cucumbers on YouTube.
It's hilarious. I'm pretty sure it's a little bit serious here.
Oh,
I believe
yes.
When
The
cats
YouTube's
react
gonna
that way to cucumbers,
recommend-
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
it's-
I apologize. Yes.
when cats react to a sudden appearance of a cucumber, it is not just closely related, but is directly related to their not genetic, but their inbred, so to speak. What do you call it? Being careful of not getting killed by snakes, and they kind of look
Yeah.
like snakes.
Oh,
It has to
Yeah,
do-
it's an
My-
instinctive reaction
I
to
lack
spotting
the
a snake.
words, but yeah.
My cat has never reacted to a cucumber.
Have you performed
That's
any
because you
cucumber
use
experiments
cucumbers
with
for
your
something
cat?
else, I imagine.
No, I don't use cucumbers for anything else except.
Well, there you go. Give it a try sometime. Frighten the daylights out of your cat.
All right, when my food stamps come in, I'll get a cucumber and we'll scare my cat with the
Plan
cucumber.
to do it with when you're going to do salad later, and so you can chop it up and make a practical use. Or
Hey,
We had
train
a
your cat
discussion.
Just train your cat to kick the shit out of that cucumber so you don't have to slice it yourself.
Ninja Kitty.
Oh
There you
my
go.
gosh. I mean, they do have really sharp toe
Slicing and
beans.
dicing the little cucumbers into the salad. There could be a practical application to this skill.
We had a discussion the other night on cucumbers, and whether or not you should peel them before you use them for pleasure.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
I would
We
say no.
decided,
the stub end where you
we
cut them
decided
from
leave the peel.
Yeah.
Leave the peel.
It's
Yeah,
the parts that
It-
probably.
Now, I want to know
that way
The
you-
extra texture is worth it.
amorphous or crystalline?
Anyway, let's
Depends how
continue.
many times you've used it.
That's
yeah,
true.
no.
Okay, so there's a
Here we
temporal aspect
go.
here. I'm just trying to get all
Or
this science
preheated.
down.
All right, here we go.
About that weather.
It pushes the force
Yeah, about
downward.
that weather.
It's the same thing. It's also applied to pressure, barometric pressure.
Yeah, let's talk
Words
about
being
those.
used again.
This guy is
The greatest
birdier
pressure, the
than
greatest
three
density
pebbles.
is toward the inside surface. Greatest
And
pressure.
by the way, those weird wee noises, that's from his video. It's probably
Yeah.
his phone.
What you know,
Okay,
what you
I
know
was
about
wondering-
barometric pressure is that
It's practically in all
when
of
the
his videos.
barometric pressure
as
is
far as
low.
I can see.
Okay, let's say this is the ground. Okay, so you got the mountains here, and you got oceans here.
Sure.
Either that or his colon is
Those are,
leaking.
Continent.
those are some big ass mountains.
You have
If
the
that's the
oceans.
representation of Earth, that's holy crap.
You have the clouds. If you have cloud cover,
That's like a twinges though. Damn.
what the clouds are doing is they are absorbing the pressure, so they're causing a low.
What?
Oh dear.
Oh man, I'm telling you now.
That's because
That is it. We have solved the
Clouds
problems
are
of the world.
causing
This guy,
everything.
he's got it. He's got it, man.
They can
Got it.
absorb pressure. We can use them to absorb CO2.
That Nobly
and
Prize is going to
solve
be
the
in his
climate
grasp.
crisis.
You know, we were moving along so well until he got to that point.
I'm sorry, I had to call the drinks so we don't cross
Yeah.
over it.
Yes,
Oh,
Mom
oh
Nato.
my god. I had to call the drinks so that we didn't giggle and
Yeah.
but oh my god, the clouds absorb the pressure.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got an idea. How
really
about next week? Next week we do this video all over again, except invite him in to sit with us and discuss it.
did you all hear that? Tornado from
something
his
in the
bedroom.
background, but-
Clouds don't fucking work that way.
Good morning,
That's awesome.
tornado.
Oh,
Tornado.
My God, he's awake now, ain't he?
Probably
Hey,
gonna drag Tornado out of bed to
Hi,
comment.
girl.
Can you imagine,
Yeah.
though, if we could get
Mountain
Claudia
Dew.
to talk about clouds this way?
There we go.
Elbers.
Well, yeah. I mean, if I can get Lord Stevens Christ here to come on the show and discuss it with us, I will certainly do that.
Oh
But don't
my
get your
Oh,
hopes
that
up.
that would be fun. Yes.
Yeah.
And Tornado would be like, oh my god.
Don't get your hopes up, but I'll make an attempt.
Yeah, there would be the extremely calm Wackaloon circle drawer
According to
and
this
Tornado going
idiot.
ballistic at
Not
every
just
10
tornado, but
We live
him
in
with
a
anybody
hollow
that
earth.
graduated third grade.
Yeah.
We have a glass and ice ceiling,
Ugh.
and the reason we have clouds is because the clouds absorb the pressure to change the barometric pressure of the earth.
Yeah, well, how can they avoid it? They're amorphous and crystalline.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's at least he explained how those other flurfers were full of crap.
But
What they said that
gravity
was all taken
is
care
a
of by that giant
fictitious
tree.
force.
Now let
Yeah.
me finish. They said that all that was taken care of by that giant tree coming out of the
And-
hole
and
in the
the
North Pole.
The
Zignir
planets and the
Driggle or whatever the
sun
hell it's called.
and the moon all they all orbit inside the hollow earth above the glass ceiling, and there's a pyramid in the center that is the magnetic force.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that
Tornado
about
has
sums
been
it up.
triggered.
What?
So I have some bad news from the live chat. Astra Rex says Lord Stephen Christ is currently incarcerated. That might make
You
getting
guys
him on our
not
show
anymore.
slightly
Not
anymore.
difficult.
Oh, darn it.
Oh, can't he?
Yeah,
Can't he do a Zoom from jail?
He's
You know?
incarcerated. This guy.
Not anymore, though.
When did he post this thing?
Beach8 says he's not getting out anytime soon. I don't know if
He's
he is
not
or
getting
not.
out anytime
Is he
soon.
incarcerated?
What did he
in
do?
the whole facility?
Is he in a
made
mental
life
institution?
threats. He made
He made live
threatened
threats to the president
of Trump.
of Trump.
And previously he got I think it was was it 8 years? I'm not sure. A number of years for threatening the life of either President-elect Obama or President Obama. I'm not sure.
You know, it'd be
But-
far more
Wow.
vicious than him actually physically attacking a president is if you would have the person in the room with him and he explains his theories to them.
Yeah.
That's way worse than any attack.
Yeah.
Wait,
You mean,
if
a
he
little
was
bit like-
threatening Trump, that's fake news. He shouldn't be in prison.
Hey,
Oh
That's
yes, of course,
Yeah.
of course. That the most recent fake news is that Trump and his corporation are being investigated by New York City for tax fraud of
Yes.
over $600,000.
And don't forget, Tucker Carlson is being spied on by the NSA.
Oh, of course.
Mhm.
Take him away, boys.
Yeah.
All right.
RJ, building off of what you said, but most of you probably don't know this, but many years ago, I can't remember how many, but it's less than 20 years at least, at the max, sorry. The Queen of England, no, Queen Elizabeth II, her home was broken into by a man. I can't remember if he was mentally unstable, but he broke into Buckingham Palace.
Yeah,
of all
he
places.
just wandered in around in there,
and he gained entry to where she was, and she had to tread water. They had a conversation.
Jeez.
While the
and there was a
security
certain big
forces,
flap about the fact that the Buckingham Palace security or
Guards,
wherever it was
yeah.
up at the castle or whatever
Yeah.
was clearly somewhat inadequate. He just
Royal Guard.
strolled in
about
for
what
the
she-
park.
just think about what she had to listen to there. I don't know. I mean, I would love to know.
Yeah.
Damn, I
she
would
was-
love
She
to know,
had tea
but
with him.
it was awesome. Awesome, yeah. And by the way, the Queen of England, while looking like a very drab, boring old lady, she has quite a bit of humor, as far as I've been told.
Well, and she could fix a Jeep too.
Yeah, I mean, she has her wits, and she is quite funny. Hey, she had to have a certain grasp of humor, especially gallows humor, and on account of her now her late husband, Prince Philip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I have this
Who
weird
practiced
feeling.
putting mouth disease at every opportunity.
I have this weird feeling that we've like segued or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we should
Yeah,
probably
we tend to
back
do
to our
that.
To the channel.
This is what is called delaying to try to keep us away
These
from
are the
resuming
delay
stupid
tactics.
How much
No,
longer
I'm
do we have
calling
on
you
this
out on it,
video?
man. We gotta
Yeah.
jump in with both feet. Nah.
We've
How
got
much-
into this shit.
we've got 5 minutes.
Oh,
Well,
let's
that's
just
not
let's go.
too
Let's
bad.
move on.
All right, here we go, guys.
Let's go for 3 minutes.
Oops. Wrong button.
Oops.
No, we have to start over.
No, we don't.
So you get a low. If you have high pressure, it's usually on a clear day where there's no cloud cover. That's the same thing with the moon. If the moon is here, okay, it's causing a relief. That's what's causing the water to rise, because
Uh-huh.
low pressure, low barometric pressure
Barometric pressure.
I love it when I have
is
low pressure.
at high tide.
I love getting a relief.
What the
Yes.
fuck?
And high barometric pressure is at low tide.
No, it is
I'm-
not.
Oh,
Just-
it's
I'm just-
not.
Pressurized.
I'm just happy that Queen Elizabeth is back on the dating market.
Yes, there we go.
Oh my goodness. How do we get back to that?
What
Yeah,
does
I
that
think she's
royal
also
dating app-
scheduled for the Masked Singer too.
Yeah.
Innocent. I'm innocent. I'm innocent. I didn't say anything that time.
Uh-huh. Oh dear. All right, here we go.
System, a pressurized container. So you no longer need to apply this so-called force of gravity. See what it is?
So-called.
It's not the force of gravity that's holding you to the ground. It's the force of the ether, the barometric force. It's
The
pushing
barometric ether.
you to the ground.
Barometric
And
force
objects
of
with
the
heavier
ether,
densities, like say
See
you
how he
have a-
takes words that
you had a
individually
block of-
have meaning, but don't
lead.
after he gets through with them?
you had a block
Great.
of wood.
Ooh! I saw this example of explaining the ether with lead and wood by a YouTuber. Can't find it currently, but the idea was not my own.
Okay.
This is
I mean, at least he's being slightly honest.
yeah.
Yeah, but is he doing that on purpose or not purpose?
That's a good question. Mom NATO?
Isn't ether like not safe to inhale?
Oh, that's
Oh,
ether without the A on the front. That's
Yeah.
just a
Uh-huh.
gas.
But
No, that's
that's
the
what I'm
stuff that
saying.
puts you out.
If-
The ether is the hypothetical substance that was supposedly the medium for the movement of light back before the 20th century, when it was painfully obvious by experiment and Einstein that was a piece of bullshit.
But yeah, if there is barometric ether, quote unquote, holding us to the earth,
Now, the only thing that could make this
that
better
would kill us.
is if he were to be bringing in phlogiston.
Okay.
And just to run
We
with
were
it,
born
I
in
have
the system
played-
and we've evolved to be able to tolerate the pressure.
Yeah.
Sorry.
see, there it
Well,
is,
you
yeah,
mean
yeah.
able to tolerate
Of the
inhaling,
high ether,
right?
the
Yeah,
high
yeah.
ether pressure.
Ooh, maybe this is his problem. He's been for years been sniffing ether, the gas.
Oh, that's
And
what
by
I'm
the way,
wondering.
I-
That's almost
yeah.
as bad as sniffing helium.
Oh yeah, but this is way worse. I mean, I used to have a can of that stuff. I mean, it's awesome to have that can, that that pressurized gas. If you mess around with engines and trying to get them to start, it's an awesome fuel for that kind of stuff. And
Until it backfires.
Yeah, it doesn't smell all that much. At least not the stuff I had, but it is volatile. And it can go bang. Very much so bang.
According
Awesome.
to his theory, every time a volcano goes off, we should be exploding.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah. Yeah, just a little bit.
Because volcanoes throw out sparks and fire and plumes of overheated
But
gas.
maybe they're amorphous fire.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And let's not
Shitting
forget
out-
the molten magma.
That could be crystalline fire.
No.
See, it all makes sense.
RJ, you had your hand up?
Yeah, see, I feel sorry for that poor Mickelson and Morley guy and that Einstein who didn't realize that the way to do proper groundbreaking science is with a block of lead, a piece of wood, and a YouTube channel.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Can we
Forget
proceed?
all that mathematics
Yeah,
stuff.
I think we
Experiments.
should, unfortunately.
Oh man.
All right, here we go.
Well, the density in the molecules of the wood is not as dense as the lead, okay? There's more mass here because the ether is pushing down.
Pushing down on it.
He
And it's
almost said
filtering
something
through
correctly,
the wood
and he
easier
missed
than
it.
it is the
That's
lead.
because of the
That's how
ether,
it
of
works here,
course.
okay? The higher you go,
Okay.
right? If you're here up on the Rocky Mountains here, you weigh less because there's less pressure. There's less barometric pressure. There's less etheric pressure.
Oh,
So the stuff about gravity is bullshit.
no, just proceed.
No. Does that mean if I go on top of the Rocky Mountains and I step on a scale, I'm going to be lighter than I am now?
Yes.
Under his model, yes.
Now,
Gee,
if
I should
we-
go live on the Rocky Mountains then, because I
Yeah.
could
Yes.
really use the lighter scale.
I felt just as light as a feather when I was at Bryce Canyon up at 9,000 feet. And then I would go back down to old 2,000 feet. And I just felt like just a block of lead.
So does that mean Colorado does not have the obesity problem that most major
That's
cities?
right.
See? Yeah.
Hold on, wait.
And
I'm
Tibet.
at
Talk about Tibet.
I'm at 7,500 feet, and when I go up on top of the mountain, it's 12,000 feet. And I'm gonna tell you right now, yeah, no, I still feel fat up there too.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
Now,
I don't think that's how
clearly,
that works.
you have not learned the proper terminology. You are being amorphous.
Thank you, RJ.
Hey.
Yes, Bo?
They're being amorphosized.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I was being obese. I mean obtuse.
In some aspects, this guy, though clearly nutters, he is the, I would say, dangerous type of nutters dumbass. Because when he speaks, he does not speak like Russian vids, for example, or Bob Nodal. He has that ASMR voice, and it
Thanks, Bob.
makes. Yeah, thanks, Bob. 15 degrees. Thanks. And I'm actually serious here. He has that voice. He doesn't yell. He doesn't scream. He speaks calmly, and he doesn't, at least, appear in the way he carries his voice, at least.
Right.
He has a
try
presenter's
to
voice.
boast. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't try to boast about anything. He doesn't say, "Oh, listen to me, I'm a smartass." No, he doesn't. He speaks in a dangerous voice because it makes people doze off and just let their guards down and just listen to it. Some, of course, will say, "Yeah, right. I do not have enough." Devils led us to listen to this crap. And then
Can we move on?
Yeah, maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know. Really?
We'll go over to
He's
RJ real
dangerous.
quick, who has the hand up.
Yeah, when I first saw the opening of this video, a thing connected up in my head that I was wondering whether this guy was actually riffing off of, but it turns out he's making up all of his own shit, all of his own.
Oh, yeah.
But there was a theory called Welteislehre, the world ice theory of Hans Horbiger in the early 20th century Germany that the Nazis embraced and all of that, which is a different brand of wackaloon ice things, but just as crazy. And that was actually being put forward by the government. And had the Nazis not lost the Second World War, it's entirely possible that schools today would be teaching about the various moons that were destroyed and how the planets were actually made of ice and all that kind of crap.
Would that have meant that we wouldn't have flat earthers at least?
No, actually there would have been some odd flat earther models in that too. There was very little limit to the pseudoscience stupidity of the weirder branches, particularly Heinrich Himmler, who just believed in a bunch of wackaloon crap like that. So this guy is a weird, isolated nutball, but levels of nutballery like that have, within historic times, gotten to be favored by public agencies in a way that should scare the shit out of you.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
if
it
they
does.
have enough charisma, it can happen. Thankfully, he has a record now, so that won't happen in this case.
Yeah,
So-
and probably a broken one.
Oh dear.
Let's move on.
Yes, let's continue on so we can
On that note,
hopefully get through this crap.
yeah, it's getting pretty amorphous now.
Yeah, here we go.
Put
and
your
by the way,
hand down.
I have found the almost entire back catalog of all of his videos, including
God.
the ones from
My condolences.
his channel that got yeeted. I think.
RJ,
All
your
right,
hand's still up.
we're continuing on. Here we go.
Why are you all still
Oh,
talking?
I'm sorry. Yes, I should lower my hand.
Everything is pressurized in the system.
Pressurized.
okay? The main force is magnetic and ether.
Stop sniffing the glue, man.
So
No, stop sniffing the
this
ether.
ether, what it does is that there's a greater
I think in this
That's a
case,
big
sniffing
percentage.
glue might
greater
actually be an
force
improvement for
around
him.
objects with higher densities. So the ether is generating more energy to keep it down. Okay, another reason why
where's that energy coming
gravity is
from?
fictitious. There's a guy called Bruce
Yeah,
De Palma.
we get you think that, yes. Ooh, I'm writing more
He,
words
uh,
down.
He
Bruce De
conducted
Palma.
Oh,
Bruce Almighty? No.
spinning
What is it?
pinball,
Palma.
basically, and he put it in a cup, basically. Okay, and then there's two balls, basically. One is spinning.
Lots of
I
basic.
think it was a 2700.
Kind of,
Basically,
sorta,
yeah.
or
Not a lot of math though, you know.
27,000
Almost
RPM?
finished.
Oh well, we got to stop this one here. This spinning ball experiment reveals something truly remarkable. In direct violation of both Newton and Einstein, it shouts that inertial mass and gravitational mass are not equivalent, thus violating the foundation of all modern physics, Nobel Prize pending.
Yeah, it keeps spinning and spinning, and that's why it has to do with computer science, I guess.
Yeah, well, and remember, the sound goes around and around and around, and it comes out here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
There. Where? Here. Okay. Cool. Next.
You're there. I'm here. Alrighty, here we go, guys.
Are we there?
Nope.
Stationary. And he was using a drill to spin this, but then he lifted the two balls off the cup simultaneously, pushed them up, and what he found out was that the ball that spun, it traveled higher than the ball that did not spin when they were lifted with the same force. So basically what's happening is that within the ether here, okay, the ball that is spinning, the etheric pressure is being twisted, kind of like it's not
twisted balls.
It's not being applied fully onto the spinning object.
This is the ether's scrotum.
There's less resistance to the ether for spinning objects.
How do you
as
know?
opposed
Did
to
you
the
touch
ball
it?
that was stationary, because the ether is just hitting it straight on. But here, as the ball is rising, the ether is not hitting the ball straight on. It's kind of going around the ball.
Teasing the ether.
This is
People
just amazing.
brought up questions about, okay, then how do lunar eclipses happen within the Earth? Well, that's very easy. It's not the shadow of the Earth that's covering the moon. It's basically what I told you before, is that the sunlight is bending around the inside of the Earth. Okay, so if this is the sun, let's put the moon over here.
The Earth have a shadow at all in a spot where
the sunlight bends around like that, and that's what illuminates a full moon. Okay, it's bending around both sides.
If that was the case, what color would the moon
what it
always
does
be?
is it creates
Orange.
this little area. It's like a little funnel-shaped void.
Funnel-shaped
Void of light.
Oh,
so as that moon passes through that void area, that area of darkness,
it illuminates because
gets
it has
eclipsed.
charged up.
That's how lunar eclipses really happen.
There's that diamond again.
No.
Oh boy.
Where to start?
Guess what? We made it.
Oh my
Nobel Prize pending.
God.
Yeah.
You
That was
should have
painful.
so
Maybe we
stayed
should
away
have-
from the moon.
Maybe we should have a Lord Stephen Christ month every single year.
No.
Oh no.
No. That's a terrible
Going through
idea.
a whole series of
Hell
You are vetoed and no longer allowed to give your vote.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yipes.
No,
He
none
does
of that.
have the
Explaining-
slight advantage of having a boringly droning voice.
That's true.
Explaining moon cycles on this model, that just, if there was any hope for it, it's gone.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
he
I'm
drew.
sorry.
Hey, wait a minute. He drew some lines on the model. It explained everything to him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, to him.
It was simple as everything.
So I'd like to know, with that pyramid, why we can't see through to it. Never did explain that.
No.
You're not
Remember, you
looking
can't
at it,
see
right?
it, but he knows it's a pyramid.
Exactly. How do we know it's a pyramid?
It seems to be a certain lack of documentation in some
Yeah.
of the details
That's where the
of his
aliens
argument.
land.
Well, it's got to be a pyramid. If it was a single mid, you'd see through it.
Anyway, I think that's where we're gonna wrap it up for the
I personally think
evening.
it's shaped like a Triscuit.
Uh-huh. It's possible.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
hey,
That's
hey,
how
I
we know
have
my
Triscuits.
leash that yours to be banana shaped.
But
I
it's
have
an
Triscuits and they're
amorphous
square.
All
The
right.
Earth is shaped like a Triscuit? What?
No,
Why not a brisket?
the center
I love
the
that.
center pyramid is actually
pug.
shaped like a
I
Triscuit.
thought it was for sure it was like a graham cracker.
I thought it was
Well,
a
now
bugle.
now you're going into heresy, madam.
Yeah.
We're gonna just have to get the armies out and start firing cucumbers at you.
I thought it was
Yeah,
a bugle.
She's already released the pug on you. You've lost.
Yep, that's it.
You've obviously never tried to dip Triscuits in milk and eat them. You can do that with graham crackers.
Correct. I have never done that.
All right.
I
Well,
never
we're
will.
going to wrap it up here for the night, guys. But I do want to thank you all for coming out. I appreciate it. Don't forget, if anybody else does want to be on the panel, please let me know. Either reach out on Discord or Twitter, anything like that. Also, if you'd like to host, you're more than welcome to do that as well. Shoot me an email or DM on Twitter or whatever the kids do nowadays on those social media things.
The kids? Okay, you're not that young.
I'm not that young. You're right. I'm old.
Or older, for that matter. I mean,
that was
hey,
one of the most
Jess, I'm older than you. I don't want to hear it.
weird videos I've seen in quite a while.
It was
I
interesting,
think most
wasn't it?
importantly, if people in the side chat want to participate a bit, they
Yes.
can send in videos for us to review.
There you go. Absolutely. So
Remember, there's no shortage of this shit.
No,
and remember,
unfortunately
for the
not.
first stream they attend in here, they have to listen to every word that is said. They are being they will be forced to listen to it. They will be forced to
Hey, don't make things sound too exciting, Bo.
I don't know. I didn't have that when I came in.
Now, a question I'm still unclear about: are clams crystalline or amorphous?
Amorphous, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
They're
I'm pretty
both,
sure.
depending upon if they're open or
they're
closed.
aphid. They're crystalline aphid morphous.
It might depend on if there's high
yeah.
pressure or low pressure.
Yeah.
What it depends on is if they're in Manhattan or
New England.
chowder.
And does an asexual aphid suggest that it is lower barometric pressure because it used to live up in Tibet, but it's forgotten about that and it's going into shivers?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You got it.
There we go.
All
I think
right.
if I draw a line on his thing, I can account for that.
All right. Well, with that, everybody, we are going to wrap it up here. So thank you again for coming out. And we will see you all next Friday. So with that, say goodnight, panel.
Good night,
Good night,
panel.
panel.
Good night, panel.